Anyone actually sat through a whole session and listened to it yet? Or,
Tom does.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, I don't get a chance to do the D&D ones very often, and I've heard a lot of stories from Jamie and Harriet, and sometimes Ross and Darren, and I'm kind of like, oh, okay, and it's quite interesting to have like on the second screen and get first-hand the absolute carnage that you guys put. It's entertaining to see, just see parties kill themselves. It's great.
I think.
To be fair, we got up to date with Critical Role for the first time in ages the other day, and we put it on in the office, and it was not too different in the background, really.
Really.
Critical Role is way better, but I mean,
No, that's fair.
You've got to help our game, is that what you mean?
Yeah, up your games,
Okay.
guys. You've got an audience now.
1 minute, I've just got to
Of what?
go travel from work and say I'm going to be there in about half an hour, right? And just
I think the trick is we're watching.
Critical Role on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think the trick is with watching any D&D stuff is not to sit down and watch it. You got to have it on while you're doing something else, and then really just drift to it when something significant happens, rather than sitting there for 6 hours.
Yeah. Because that's what I do. I just have something on my other screen over there while I'm doing something there, and I'm kind of like half kind of.
He's masturbating away furiously.
And on that note, the recording has started.
Where did that come from?
Someone's got a high opinion of herself, hasn't she?
Yeah, was that a self-reference, Harry? Was that good?
Hell.
Wow. Yeah.
What would Dave, Jack, and Andy say? And I thought that's what they would say.
Just fapping yourself into a coma.
Yeah.
All right. So, on that note,
How do you go from that, Jamie? I mean, come on.
well, Harry did write the bios. So everybody got their character sheets?
You turn your camera off for a start.
You don't want to distract all the ladies by being on the screen. Keep it down to the D&D thing. We don't want a massive following of ladies just watching Dave. Just with that face.
Did everyone get kicked off then, or was it just me?
I think it was just you.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody, what is the name of the double glazing company?
Chill.
Stop glazing.
All right.
I need to find my thing.
What was it?
Chill stop.
Stop
Chill, stop glazing.
There's a jizz joke there somewhere.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So,
More about the jizz jokes.
So you're all in the minibus. This is the final of 3 minibuses that are travelling at night. The rain has set in hard, beating upon the top of the bus, but it can be barely heard amongst the, well, perhaps excitable voices within. Perhaps a few drinks have been had. Perhaps your agendas are coming to the surface already. But you're travelling along the road, the woods either side of you, which the sky occasionally flicks with a brief spark of light. No sound of thunder, but obviously some distant lightning. The rain pelts down heavily, and the windscreen wipers on the front of the bus are going at the maximum setting, just trying to push it away. And the water streaks down the side of the bus as it's moving along. Jimmy had not long stopped the bus so he could pop out into the woods to relieve himself, he said. A few jokes were made about what that might mean. But he rushes back to the bus a few moments later, absolutely soaked from only a few moments out there. He shakes his clothes off and gets behind the seat. Despite the blowers are all going in there, you can see steam starting to pile up on the one side of the window where he is. You've lost sight of the other 2 buses at this point. But you say, no problem, I know the way, it's not a problem. And Jimmy gets the bus moving again. So we'll just take a few moments while you're driving along and the rain is pelting on the top of the bus.
Well, Mrs. Harris will be sat with her purse. I haven't drunk a single thing all night. Can't wait to be home.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
Lisa will be sat next to George. I like to think, and she's probably had like maybe a glass of wine, not too much, maybe a little tipsy, and yeah, next to George.
Rupert is probably sat at the back somewhere, trying to hide. Frankly, he doesn't want to be there, but he has to be there. It's a company thing. He's got to do it. But he's probably just hiding in the back somewhere.
Okay.
I've taken a bottle of wine from the table, and I'll bring out a handful of glasses, and I'll start pouring some of the wine out into the glasses.
All right. Okay.
Any of you want to partake?
I'll have some. Thank you very much.
Of course, George. Of course, yes. I'll have a glass.
I'll hand them out.
All right. George attempts to pour the wine into the glasses. It's more tricky than you think with the bus swaying around, and Jimmy at one point pulls the steering wheel hard to the side and the whole bus jerks violently. You hear him laughing to himself, looking up at the mirror back into the back of the bus. The bus itself is all illuminated in the passenger area, so you can all see yourselves quite well, your reflections in the glass, and just the shape of the trees moving past you.
Lisa's gonna kind of next to it. So George, did you have a good time?
A wonderful time. Lisa, yourself?
Oh yes, it was a rather good time. It's always a good time when we all get together, isn't that right, George?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Do you want some wine?
Well, I've already had one, but I suppose.
Oh, come on, you can have some more.
Well, okay. I mean, if you insist. You'll take it. She'll take it and she'll split.
There'll be a generous portion spilt all over the glass and in it.
What about you, Mrs. Harris and Rupert?
Probably about that much left in the glass. It's like that.
No, thank you. And I'm going to get out some perfume from my bag and spritz it in the air.
None for me, thank you. And I'll pull my inhaler from my pocket.
Sorry.
He's having a whale of a time.
Oh yeah.
The bus slows down a moment. It's paused on the road now.
Hey driver, Jimmy, what are you stopping for?
Oh, no problem. He wipes on the front windscreen and peers out into the darkness. No problem.
I'm gonna walk up the middle of the bus to see if I can see anything.
You walk up to the front. You can see out. There's the main road heading on ahead, and there's a slip lane. Jimmy has put the indicator on, so the side of the road is illuminated briefly in orange flashes. He pulls over into the slip lane and then moves off onto a narrow road. Oh, you'd be better off if you sat down.
Is everything alright, Jimmy?
Oh, no problem. I know that there's a patrol up here watching for speed. It's not an issue, but I don't have all the back lights out. I've been pulled. I said I'd fix it. If I'm just gonna avoid the patrol, that's all. Just pop through this way and I'll be straight out on the main again.
Alright. Alright, well, if you need a hand with them, just give us a shout.
There's nothing to need a hand with. I know these roads like the back of my head.
That's a great plan. You know, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. I can't drink my wine.
Yeah, well, perhaps you'd better take a seat there. We won't be very long anyway.
I'll go
Oh,
back
no,
to
not threatening to
the
punch you in the
sit
face,
down.
Jimmy.
I hope you're not, friend.
I wasn't threatening there. I was just saying you have a plan, go with it. But it might blow up in your face.
I thought you might have been threatening me, and now you've mentioned that you weren't threatening me. It sounds slightly more threatening, if anything.
No, man, drink.
Yeah, if you've got one, I'll take it.
I'll pour a glass.
Wait. I don't think that the driver should take any wine.
Why not?
Why not?
Well, alcohol and driving doesn't really mix.
Oh, he'll be fine.
No.
He's just one drink for the road.
No drinking on the road.
Oh, well, it's all right. I understand. A bit of prejudice. You hear my accent and you just assumed that I've got a drinking problem. I understand that.
Have we hired this minibus? Is it
You
a
have.
company hiring?
It's a company which has a series of buses. So it's been hired. The 3 buses have been specifically hired. He works for the minibus company, not for your company.
I'm going to take my notebook out and jot down what he's saying.
You see him looking up into the mirror again. Oh, of course, I'm only joking. I'd never drink on the job, especially when driving. That's dangerous.
Oh, Mrs. Harris, there's no need to take notes on this. We're out to have some fun.
I never drink on the job either. There's always a chance you'll fall off.
Oh, God.
I don't think that's appropriate.
Jesus Christ! Jimmy slams on the brakes of the bus. The bus slings forward, skidding along the road, and you feel the back end of the bus start to move off the road. And can everybody make a dex check for me?
Oh, no.
Here we go. What's my debt? Oh, fuck.
Is it a D100 we roll, isn't it?
It is.
D100.
Yeah.
Oh, I fail.
Oh,
Good one for Jimmy as well.
that was me.
Mrs. Harris, you should be right.
Oh my days!
Why do I get the feeling Mrs. Harris is just going to go out
Out
the window?
front of the bus. Flying. Oh, Ruth. What's going on? Oh dear.
Is mine not coming through?
I can't
sorry,
do it.
that's me. For some reason, it's
Oliver Carl Bland.
yeah.
There we go.
Let me go and solve that. That was a laugh.
Oh dear, you people are not very good, are you?
All right.
That's a pass from me.
If you pass, you manage to grab hold of the seat as you get pushed forward. And if you fail, you slip off and go down, either down into the aisle or fall down into the base of your seat area. Either way, glasses are knocked over, a glass breaks near George, and wine gets spilled down the main aisle as Jimmy managed to stop the bus. Oh, fucking hell!
Jimmy, you need a drink, man.
No, everybody just sit in your seats for a second. I'll just check this out. Hold on. He pulls a lever and the side door of the minibus opens, and he pulls up his coat to his neck and steps out, and the door shuts behind him, leaving the rest of you inside the minibus.
I think I've broken my arm.
Let's help you up, Mrs. Harris. I'll go over and
Jimmy.
pick her up. Or help her get up.
Ow.
Oh no, I've also hurt my arm. Oh no. It's hurt.
Oh dear.
Tracy,
Sit down there,
Rupert,
Mrs. Harris. Are you okay, Tracy?
you guys okay?
Would you mind coming to help me up?
I'll come and help you, Tracy.
Oh.
Oh, thanks very much, Mr. Hauser. Oh, sorry,
it's
Dwayne.
Dwayne to you.
Sorry, Dwayne. Of course it is.
I'll very carefully
So
put my arm around and.
You're getting a bit handsy there, aren't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put my hand there.
It's what's on the
That's what you
inside,
does.
hey, Mr. Hauser?
Yeah, exactly. George, have you got any more of that wine?
I'll reach inside my other pocket. I think
I
it's
could
got
definitely
buzz.
do with some more wine.
But I think we might need to bring out the bottle. The glasses went everywhere.
Share alike.
Lisa is she's going to look out the window and see what she can see.
Well, where is Lisa positioned in the bus?
She's in a seat, so it's just like the side window, and she's going to.
Okay. So you look out of the side window. You can see some light towards the side. You can see the trees illuminate on either side with a bit of orange light. The bus has some orange lights along the side of it, and that casts some light up into the side. You can see that on the one side looking back, there's a reddish light which illuminates the trees behind you. Just glancing forward is a bit difficult from this angle, but you can see there's some light ahead of the bus, presumably from the headlights. Rain is slaking down all of the glass, making it difficult to see anything in great detail. The front windscreen wipers are still going on the front of the bus.
I'm gonna get up and head to the front and see if I can find through the windshield what caused him to stop.
All right.
You know, if there's anything like in front, like a crash, a poor animal, or you know.
You get up out of your seat into the central aisle and moving forward, hand over hand on the handles on the back of all the seats, you move forward to the front area of the bus. It's a large, flat window at the front. You have to go down a step to where the driver's section is and peer around. The windscreen wipers move backwards and forwards, slicking the water. The water just seems to cover over the area as quickly as it comes on. But in the second it moves away, you can see what looks like a white figure a few feet away from the front of the bus. Slender, looking like a woman, just stood there illuminating the headlights, and then water covers the glass again.
That's terrifying.
So, she looks at she looks at probably wine down her dress. Oh, okay. Right. She heads back down into her seat.
Okay.
And just waits.
What's
Lisa,
going on?
you want some wine?
No, thank you, Dwayne. I think I've had enough.
You sure you look a bit pale?
No, it's fine. It's just the shock of the coach just breaking suddenly. I'll be fine. Are you okay?
What have we
I'm
stopped
fine.
for?
Sorry, what was that, miss?
What have we stopped for?
I'm not sure. I couldn't really see anything out of the window. It's very heavily raining.
That's Scott just looking after it.
He'll be back shortly, I'm sure.
Shouldn't someone go out and help him?
I don't think that's a good idea.
I'll go have a look, see what's going on.
You're not covered if you get injured.
That's fine.
Okay, just making sure HR's told you.
No, this is the 80s, and I mean, all we're here to do is make a quick buck and see what we can do with our lives.
Well, that's your thing. I'm here to make sure that we have a very functional and fair company.
And I'm sure we do, because you do such a great job at what you do, Lisa.
Yes, I do.
I'll make note of that for your next review.
Yes. Oh yeah, who's my boss? Is there anyone here who's my boss? I don't know the relationship.
Probably Dwayne.
Closest would be Dwayne,
Is Dwayne
I
the
think.
boss?
Yeah. No,
Oh, okay.
so Dwayne is the boss's son. He will be a manager, but he's training in the position.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I stand by my statement.
He doesn't really, from a company perspective, he seems very new to all of the jobs that are required.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I'm just the best salesman ever.
Oh, of course you are, George.
I
Of
could
course.
sell sand to sand people.
Sand to sand people. That's an idea, George. I like it. Make note, Miss Harris. Make note of that.
Sand to
You
sand.
like making notes? Sand to sand people. I like that idea.
She writes sand to sand people. Question marks?
I will make my way down to the front of the bus and see if I can open the door.
All right. You make your way down to the front of the bus, your feet making a metallic sound on the central aisle. You move down the aisle, take the step down next to the abandoned driver's seat, and you see the lever next to the front door which opens it.
Pull the lever and have a peek outside.
You pull the lever. The doors fold up into two and move to the side. As soon as you do, you feel the cold air come in and rain splatters on the bottom step of the exit from the bus. Little splatters of water come in and hit your face. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
I'll act all macho and step out into the rain. As soon as I'm out into the rain, I'll like pull up my collar and go.
Okay. Did you step out into the rain?
Yep.
All right. You step down onto the road. You can see it's quite a narrow road you're on. It's still two lane, but nowhere near as big as the one you were travelling on previously. The woods push in closely on either side, and the sky distantly flashes some distance down the road ahead. The only illumination you have is from the bus itself. The red light from the back, the orange flashing light to the side, and the headlights ahead. Everything else surrounding is in complete darkness. And it only takes a short distance away from the bus where the trees themselves, just dark lines, just descend into a blanket of black. But, yes, you step down onto the road here. It's tarmac, but then the tarmac ends straight onto dirt leading into the woodland. No proper side of the road, no railing, nothing like that.
Okay. I'm gonna start walking down the side of the bus. I'll look at the tyres to see if it was a burst tyre or anything. But I'm gonna count the windows to where one of my colleagues sit.
Okay.
And am I kind of like the height of the windows?
Yeah, you would be. It's not a massive bus, but you can walk down it and your head would be the side of the window, yeah.
I'm gonna like slam myself up against the window and go, ah!
Okay.
Shit.
Mrs. Harris, there's a sudden bang on the glass and his face emerges. Could you roll sanity, please?
Oh my god! Why is the sanity so low?
She's seen some shit.
Now you
I
know
made
why
it.
I didn't choose.
You made it. Okay, you don't lose any. You just get a sudden shock. Your heart jumps. You immediately, once you recover, see Dwayne outside laughing at you.
I'm gonna make a note of it.
All right. The rain pelts on you, Dwayne, quickly penetrating your clothing. You feel water run down your neck and down your back underneath your clothes.
Okay, I'll carry on walking around the bus to see if I can
Okay.
see any sign of chimney.
You look at all of the wheels seem to be intact on this side. You move around the back. Sure enough, one of the brake lights is out. There's an orange light on either side of the back though that flashes, illuminating the trees briefly. They have a red glow, and then that red takes on a more orangey hue as the light comes on and then darkens, dimming it. You make your way around the back of the bus to the other side and start making your way in a full way around. The tyres on this side are also, they look fine. You kick each of them as you move past.
I'll make my way to the door of the coach.
Any sign of Jimmy whatsoever?
You get round to the front of the bus. You can see the headlights shining up ahead on the road. There is a woman crouched just off the side of the road, all white, looking pale, dark hair hanging down her face. She's wearing what looks to be a thin nightgown, which is plastered close to her skin. You can see her head shaking. As she looks up at you. No sign of Jimmy.
So it's going to be a short session.
Oh, terrifying.
You okay there, man?
Dwayne, honey, are you out there?
Yeah, I'm fine, Tracy. There's a lady here. She looks in. She looks like she should be on the bus. You okay there, man?
Well,
Do you want to get in the warm, in the dry?
She says nothing. You can see her shoulders shaking. Rain runs down off her black hair that's slicked onto her face, and you can see it dripping off her chin.
Tracy, Miss Harris, Lisa, maybe this needs a lady's touch.
And what do you mean by that?
Well, it's a lady in distress, and well, I'm not used to handling these situations. I'm going to use it as a learning exercise.
Very well.
Very good. Very good.
Dwayne, honey, why don't you take a leaf out of your father's book, because he can handle the ladies quite well.
I don't think that's
Go and ask
appropriate,
her
Tracy.
what the problem is.
I'll walk a bit closer.
Can I move to the front of the bus as well to look through the window?
Can I actually see this woman from where I am? Near the actual door of the bus.
Where are you, sorry?
I'm in the doorway.
Oh yeah, if you go up to the doorway,
Raining.
you can't see her through the glass properly, but if you peek your head out the side, a bit of rain hits you, you can see her there squatting to the side of the road. She's maybe 10, 20 feet away from the where Dwayne is.
Be careful, Dwayne, honey. She looks like she might have escaped from somewhere. I'll take a bit of I'll take the perfume out of my bag.
I'm going to go to the front and like clean a patch.
Go to the front and what, sorry?
And clean a patch so I can see what they're describing.
All right. So you go and clear an area on the front of this windscreen. As you do this, the rain on the outside runs and seems to blur everything. But it seems like, despite the blowers, it mists up again pretty quickly, making it difficult to see out. If this were the conditions, it would be amazing that Jimmy could see anything out of the front of the bus.
Where is Jimmy? Jimmy? Where's Jimmy, Dwayne?
I can't see him.
Maybe he went for help to help the girl.
Can I see any footprints?
All right. You can have a look for some footprints. I believe the modern character sheet's got a few changes from what I'm used to. So let me just remind myself.
There is actually a track.
Tracking will do nicely. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Really? Not a spot hidden.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
Sadly, it's not always an investigation check.
Well, that is a. Oh, hang on. There's the descriptions down at the bottom. That's just a fail.
Okay. You try and you look down to see if you can see any sign of tracks for Jimmy, but it's a hard tarmac road. no sign of any tracks on here, just water running off the side down into the woods.
Is the coach still running?
It is, yes.
He's in the, I'll honk the horn.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Darren did a better impression of a minibus horn than I could ever do. Blares out into the woods. There's a flash again of lightning, and the woods are briefly illuminated. Stark black lines, and then gone as quickly as you notice them.
How did Jimmy see a goddamn thing through this windscreen? I'll give it a clean with my arm as well. Is it messed up again?
You pull it across. Your arm now just seems to smear it more. You do clean it, but then there's a smear across there which makes it difficult. And then you can see the mist come across it again, making it difficult to see.
I've got a solution for this. I will reach into my pocket. I will bring out my Brute aftershave, spray it on the windscreen, and give it a wipe.
All right. You spray on the front. There's an overwhelming smell. Comes from the front of the bus.
Invigorating.
Where you wipe it, it does stay clear for a bit longer. You can see out further onto the road now. The rain droplets still run down the front like a waterfall, but you can see clearly out to the road the yellow line going down the middle, and then this road continues on as far as the headlights go. Trees still maintaining either side, coming in closer and closer as the road gets more distant.
So is it going into the woodland? This road is disappearing into these woods.
You've got woodland.
Off the highway, haven't we?
Yeah, you've come off the highway and you're going down a narrow road that's going through a woodland. The highway was on the side of the woods in the first place. It looks like Jimmy has turned off to take some road through the woods.
Having dooted the horn and wiped the windscreen, I'm gonna go to the side exit, sort of stay on the stairs so I've got some height, basically, and shout out, Jimmy! You can't need that long, fella.
Shout out into the rain, but there's no answer.
Who's outside? It's Wayne.
Just Wayne at the moment, yeah.
I'm soaked, probably.
He's just like drenched.
Dwayne, get back inside. You're gonna catch a cold.
There's a woman out here, George. Looks like she needs help.
Well, maybe you should bring her inside, Dwayne. Go get her.
Come out, Dwayne. What?
George.
Come on.
George, why don't you go and help him? I would go out myself, but I don't want to ruin my hair with all the rain and whatnot.
Go on, Thomas.
No, I was just going to say, Lisa's probably going to go up to the back of the bus and see how Rupert's doing. Rupert, how are you coping?
I don't understand what the problem is. Why have we stopped?
There seems to be a young woman that is in the middle of the road. So I think Jimmy went out to investigate, and now we're trying to persuade her to come in. I think that's essentially what's happening. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, no worry. Just whatever. Just get on with it.
Yeah, you got your inhaler?
Yes, I've got my inhaler, don't worry.
Okay, good. Okay, if you need anything, just let me know. HR's here to help.
Okay.
So, Dwayne, why is this woman out here, and where's Jimmy?
I can't see no sign of Jimmy, no footprints, and the lady, she ain't talking. But why don't you join us in the bus, love? It's nice and dry in there. Maybe we can find some dry clothes and warm you up a little. Looks like you're cold.
Her head looks up at you, hair still hanging down. Her eyes just appear as dark pits, not illuminated at all by the headlights. You can see what looks like some sort of chain hangs around her neck, and a medallion seems to hang down inside her dress. but pushes against the fabric. So the chain disappears inside the dress, but you can see this medallion pushing against there.
Wayne, she don't look like no normal woman. Look at those eyes.
She looks like normal broad to me.
Well,
I'll go up to her.
She doesn't move. You get closer.
George, be careful.
I'm being careful, don't worry.
You take a step closer, and then another. She doesn't move. Her head cocks to follow you as you get closer and closer. What's everybody else doing while Dwayne's approaching her?
Lisa's going to
Well,
try
stick your head
and
out.
watch
Straighten
from.
hair. Try and create a clean spot. So I can see
Okay,
how
so
it moves.
everybody else is just madly trying to wipe at the winds that he
Yeah.
Terrifying.
pushing up
Fucking
against the
hell,
glass.
Harry, if it was
Dwayne,
like that, I would have said put the foot down. You know, I mean,
That's what Dad's imagining. I know it. We just watched a bunch of horror movies.
Tell me what we're looking at.
Where is it? Where you post it in general?
Yeah.
okay.
Pretty much.
That's not too far from the truth, Harry. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
I'm going to be sort of watching carefully at a distance, thinking, that's one Hauser gun.
All right. Dwight, you make your way closer and closer to her. You can hear her breathing more noticeably as you get close. You can see her breath coming out in steamy blasts. You're going all the way over to her, right?
Yeah, very carefully, just
Okay.
kind of like holding my hands up, slowly approaching.
So as you're moving forward, rain pelting down in front of you, the headlights of the bus have behind you and casting a long shadow of yours. Your shadow reaches out in front to meet where she's squatted. She's down on her haunches with her front two arms on the ground in front of her, much like a rabbit. Like as if it was about to pounce.
I love how he said it.
Alright, you get to within 3 feet of her. Her head looks up at you. You can see those dark hollows where her eyes should be as she peers through her hair at you. Her mouth opens, water running from her nose into her mouth and then out of it, onto her chin and then down to the ground.
Wayne, you want to be backing away from that? Looks more like a rabid dog than a woman.
You okay, love? When you talk, are you a mute?
Help me.
Was that help you?
She glances back into the woods to her left. There's a flash of lightning. The trees illuminate again. Light behind the trees casting shadows forward across the road. You all see this time as this lightning flashes off to the side. Dwayne's position in this wood, they all disappear in blackness as the tree trunks seem to completely blot out the light where they are. And then gone in a second again. And they're all there. The rain running again down the windscreen.
I'll
Wait, Lane, what's she saying, honey? Do you need any help out there?
I think she's a mute or something. I think maybe she's she might be scared or something in the woods.
Well, bring her in. Bring her in. Come on, bring her in.
I
Bring
don't
her
think
into
we should go in.
the bus. Let's get her out the rain. It can't be doing her hair any good. For God's sake.
She don't look like no woman to me.
I'll slowly reach out my hand.
Okay. You reach out with your left or right hand.
It'd be my right because
Okay.
that's naturally what
You
you do.
extend your right hand, rain running down your arm, forming into like a waterfall that runs off, and as it moves over her, patters onto her. You reach out and grab her. Her skin is cold. She's shivering. She looks up at you suddenly, and then you can see, as she looks up, the headlights illuminate her eyes. Normal eyes. Brown, possibly. She's got deep bags under. You can see scratches along her face. You can see the dress that she's wearing, more of a nightgown than a dress properly, is torn in several places.
I'll slowly, just reassuringly, kind of like move my arm around her and try and get down to her level and slowly try and help her up to her feet.
She's resistant at first, trying to pull away from you, but as you try and leave her up, she relents. You're able to get her onto her feet. You can see that she's shaking. There's points of her dress which have got red streaks down them where blood has run and then been washed away by the torrent of rain. There's blood on her legs, scratches everywhere.
It's okay, yeah. You're safe now. We'll get you on the bus. We'll get you to safety.
Her head jerks suddenly to look at you, Dwayne. She looks away into the woods again.
It's okay. I'm gonna kind of like, as I'm talking, I'm gonna be scanning the tree line as best as I can.
Okay.
It's okay. You're safe now. There's three good men on the bus and 3 ladies who will look after you.
She looks at you, not comprehending at all. It just seems that her eyes are glassy as she looks at you. None of it seems to go in. Her eyes flick to the bus. You see the woods illuminate again. Another flash of lightning illuminates all those trees, black trunks sticking out. And then it's gone.
You seen a man out here, love? Our driver just came out. You seen him? He's so high. Got a hat on.
You call out. She looks around nervously but does not answer.
Maybe we should just, escort her on the bus first, then ask her questions. Get her warm, yes?
Good idea. I knew you were the brains, Lisa.
Oh, well, brains and beauty.
Just the brains, I think.
That's inappropriate, Tracy.
Well, Tracy, you know what they say? Women have a much better time than men in this world. There's far more things forbidden to them.
Another flash of lightning illuminates the forest for a second. The ground shakes. And then the bus lurches. Violent aside, there's a screeching, yelling, wrenching sound from the back of the bus. The bus moves violently, and you can see that from your position, Dwayne, a tree has come down and just hit the back of the bus and scraped down the side of it. All of the main side of the branches have fallen to the opposite side of the road, but the trunk has just caught the back of the bus, forcing it down. You can see the back suspension of the bus is pushed down as well, where this tree has caught it. Everyone inside the bus shakes aggressively, and you have to hold on to something to stop getting knocked down. This was right next to where you are, John, at the back.
Yeah, I would say when that happened, I would have immediately dived down into the footwell of my seat and minor panic attack. But
you get down in the footwell, and because you're right at the back with this position, you've got the 3 windows that are at the back of this bus. You can see where one of the branches is just resting against the glass, and it forms 5 fingers just touching on there.
Little pocket knives coming out.
Okay.
Can I have a look at the back of the bus and see where this tree is caught? If it's really caught or caught into the chassis, or
You're going to go out and have a look.
well, I'm outside with Dwayne.
Dwayne.
Dibley.
All right. So you make your way away from Dwayne, making your way around to the back of the bus. You can see this trunk there. It looks like some of the side branches have caught the back of the bus, and on the back bumper area have caught on there, and that's what's pulling it down. The main bulk of the trunk itself didn't catch the bus. It was the side branches.
What do you reckon, George? Drivable still, or?
Looks like his car. We could try maybe pulling away from it, but might need to chop some of those branches off.
Do you reckon the men could lift it? As I'm kind of like still leading the lady very carefully to the bus.
Not the whole tree. Maybe break the branch off, or maybe there's a hammer or a saw or something on the bus.
Could we not just drive off from it?
We can try it, but where's that Jimmy?
Well, let us move away from the fallen down tree first, and then find out where Jimmy is. Yeah.
Are they rare?
Lightning? Do they strike twice? I don't know. It's driving somewhere else gonna be worse.
I don't know. I just think moving would be a good idea.
All right. Okay. Less talking. Little more action, gentlemen.
I'm here.
I've recently learned to drive, so just bear with me, and I'll see if I can manoeuvre us away from the tree. I'm sure it can't be any more different from my car at home.
Surely
Tracy,
we could let someone else drive. I mean,
you can't drive in those heels, love.
Well,
stab the accelerator.
well, you know, she is a good, young, empowered woman. She can do whatever she likes. So please, Tracy, go ahead.
One moment, Tracy. Let us check to see if the branches aren't caught on the back bumper. We don't want anything ripped off the bus. We don't want to cost the company anybody.
They are caught. Dwayne.
Okay. I'll lean down. I'll slip out of my high heels.
Okay.
I'll sit myself in the driver's seat. Look around.
I'm in the front next to Tracy, so I will sit down and put my belt on.
Don't you worry, Miss Harris.
Is the woman
I'm sure
bus yet?
this can't be difficult. I mean, if a man can do it.
Is the woman on the bus yet?
I don't think so.
I mean, he's been leading her to the bus for the past 10 minutes.
He got her up and put his arm around her, but she will willingly go with you.
I was slowly leading her towards the bus as that whole thing happened. I would have stopped when the tree fell. I was like, "You okay? You okay?" And carry on leading her.
You get her up onto the bus. Yeah.
I'll have a look. Are the ignition keys in the ignition?
Indeed, they are.
Still running, buddy.
It's still running. Not a good sign.
It's still running.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know.
That doesn't matter. I'll readjust the seat with the mirror. Put my seatbelt on. Okay, guys and girls, hold on tight. Let's see if we can't get this thing rolling again.
Hang up there. Let me get on first.
Can you make a hard drive auto roll, please?
Like a what?
A hard drive auto roll.
Shit. A normal drive auto roll would be hard.
Oh no.
I'm going to stand next to Tracy as she's trying to manoeuvre this bus. I'm standing next to her, kind of like by the driver's seat.
Oh no! Fail!
I think I've stalled it.
Yeah. So the bus lurches forward suddenly, and then the engine dies. As the engine dies, the headlights illuminating the road dim noticeably.
Tracy, move aside, love.
I think Jimmy must have left it in the wrong gear.
No, you're doing it all wrong. You've left your foot off the clutch before you've even put any gas in it.
I'm sure it's a shift stick.
I should have left my heels on. That was the problem.
Out of the way a minute.
Drive back.
I sell these things, I can drive them.
You sell buses, George?
I used to sell buses, but cars are easy to shift.
Didn't
Mrs.
you
Harris,
sell
make note of that. Lisa, you make note of that and might be moonlighting.
The woman sits down in one of the seats, head leant forward with her hair over her face. Now she's properly in the white lights of inside the bus. You can see the extent of damage of her. Lots of what look like horizontal thin cuts have got onto her face and then across her arms. You can see that her feet are caked with mud and blood.
Can I pop open the glove compartment and take a look? Looking for a first aid kit?
Oh, there is a first aid kit mounted on the divide that's behind the driver.
Okay. Well, I won't get that just yet because I'm strapped in.
Okay.
And we're yet to pull away. But I will look in the glove compartment. Is there a torch in there? Anything?
There is a torch in there. There is what looks like a magazine that's rolled up with an elastic band around it.
80s porno.
Harris, man, I want to look at that magazine.
Small tin that says Altoids on it.
I'll take out the...
What's in that tin?
It says Altoid.
Mints.
Okay.
Lisa's gonna sit next to the woman that's come in,
Okay.
and she's just gonna quietly ask her questions.
Alright.
I'll get out of the driver's seat. Well, if you think you can do any better, then why don't you help yourself? And, I'll take a cigarette from my bag.
You watch the master at work.
Nope.
Smoke starts to pool now in the top of the bus as she starts smoking.
When I was outside looking around the bus, did I see any compartments where they might put tools and equipment, maybe to help change a wheel?
Indeed, there is towards the rear. It's on the side of the bus towards the one side. You pull a lever and then it opens a hatch, and that's typically the sort of thing.
I will go back out and start heading towards that.
Okay.
Hey, Dwayne, you're not staying inside?
I'll be back in a minute, George. Just want to get some tools, just in case,
Okay.
I'll try and turn over the engine while he's doing that.
All right. You turn the key ignition and the bus roars back to life. Dwayne, you open the hatch and you can see in here is a red tool kit. There's also a tire iron in there, but not within the toolkit itself.
I'll take them both and I'll be back momentarily.
Okay. So talking to the woman,
Yes.
she doesn't pay any attention to you initially. What kind of things are you going to say to her?
I'm just gonna say, hello, what's your name?
She doesn't respond to you.
My name is Lisa. We work for a wonderful company. I've forgotten the name. 1 second. She'll stop listening. We're just on a kind of company outing, you see. Could you tell me what you're doing out here?
Men came.
I'm sorry, who came?
Men came.
Men, oh men. Yes. Where did they come from?
They were in
More
the.
importantly, darling, where did they go?
They were in the house, and then there's another flash of lightning. The trees light up all around you, and a roll of thunder. Only 2 seconds after the lightning. Trees are alive. When the light comes, they're all dead.
It's okay.
They're all dead.
It's okay. You're safe now. You've been healed. Okay, you're safe in here. What we'll do, we'll get the bus going again, and we'll get you to safety. Like a hospital to help you with the with the scars and everything, okay?
Okay.
We all back in the log. I don't know if I'm assuming Ross might have come back on the bus again.
I think he's getting a toolkit and coming back on the bus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he's back on the bus, I'll everyone strap in, and I'll wait people to sit down and make themselves comfortable, and I'll put seatbelt on and try and pull off away from the. It might be a bit bumpy. That tree's got a good hold. I'm gonna gently push this accelerator down, just hold the clutch and try and pull off.
Make a drive auto roll, please.
Oh,
That is
yes.
a extreme pass.
You put your foot down gently on the accelerator. You feel the vehicle start to move forward and then stop. It judders. You apply a little more gas. It judders again, and you feel the side of the bus start to skid round. And then finally, with a lurch, you're free, and the bus starts to move down the road. Glancing back out the window, you can see the red light on the one side of the bus just illuminating the tree that's behind you, which then descends into darkness as you move a little further along the road.
I'm assuming that when I look at the tree, did the tree block the road?
It does.
Yeah. That damn tree's blocking our exit, so I suggest we go down through this wood and see if we can reach on the highway.
Could we not just turn around and go back the way we came?
The tree blocks the road.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant in front of it. Oh, yes, of
Go
course,
behind
George.
us. It fell behind us.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course, George. Yes, you do, what you think is best.
Ready street maps?
Just simply following a road.
There was no maps in the front water.
No.
Oh, wait.
The wine will do me fine.
Has everyone just forgotten about Jimmy?
Yeah, no, we can't go without Jimmy. Jimmy's around here somewhere.
Well, I can't find Jimmy. He's gone off into the trees, and I suggest we can call somebody when we get somewhere.
Well, maybe we should stop and honk the horn a few times. Maybe he didn't hear it.
No!
Try to honk the horn.
Yes, I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere. I mean, the weather is atrocious out
What was
there.
that?
The woman screams no. as you
It
talk
was
about-
really terrifying here because it didn't come
Oh,
out on
didn't
here.
hear it.
But I heard it from the other room.
I heard the end of it. It was like,
I didn't hear any of it.
You got to turn your noise cancellation off. I think.
No!
Look, what's wrong? No what?
Well, I'm sorry, but we've got our driver is out there. We need to wait for him.
He's dead.
What? No, how do you know that?
He's gone.
Where's
Well,
he
he's
gone?
gone. That's why we need to go back to find him again.
Do you know the area around here? Is there a town nearby that we can stop at and call the authorities, or?
She, again, looks forward. Doesn't answer you.
I'm rather hesitant to leave poor Jimmy out here this terrible night alone. Although I'm not sure what we can do without help.
I'll stop the bus in the road. Dwayne, you've got a pretty good set of lungs on you. Do you want to give him a holler? And if you ain't coming, we suggest we better get on. We can't wait here all night.
All right, I'll see what I can do. I'll start heading down towards the door again.
You're going to go back outside?
I'm going to stand on the step. Probably won't step outside. It's already drenched. Probably feeling quite cold.
Okay, yeah. In fact, it's safe to say once you're back on board, you can see steam coming off the bodies of those who've been outside. It's much warmer inside the bus.
Open the door and I'll start calling Jimmy.
No response from the rainy forest.
I'll walk at the woman that's sat next to Lisa.
Tell him he thinks it's a prank. We're gonna be leaving him out here in the rain. He can laugh all out.
Dave's speech is a bit
I'll
quiet.
offer him a cigarette.
Hang on, I'll just amp him up a bit.
Oh, amp me up. So I'm one of the ones you turn down then, is that it?
You'll see if you watch the playback who I turned down.
I might have a look at some of these previous sessions recorded. see where the mouse cursor goes.
yeah. I've got a pen here. I write knob on your screen. Circle round it an arrow. All right. So Dwayne's down on the bottom step, calling out into the darkness. No response. What did you say, Dave?
Sorry, I'm going up to the next to Lisa. I'll say, "Do you want a cigarette, darling?" And I'll offer her.
She glances up towards the cigarette. Doesn't go to take it.
You want some gum? Turtle around in my bag. Pull out a couple of sticks of Wrigley's gum.
Your friend is dead. He's dead, okay?
She's... Thank you, Tracy. I think she's a little distressed at the moment.
Well, that is
I'll,
disappointing.
I'd ask Mrs. Harris if I could use the torch and see if I could shine it against the tree line, but Mrs. Harris is gone for a moment, so you can wait.
I'm gonna talk to the girl. Do you like cats?
The musical?
Yeah, I've got a number of cats myself. Do you have any? Do you like them?
I had a cat.
You had a cat. What was the cat's name?
It doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, it does. You never forget your cat. See, I have 7 of them. Would you like to see pictures of them? Maybe it'd cheer you up.
No. I don't want to.
Are you sure they're awfully lovely?
No.
Okay. You just stay there.
So, Mrs. Harris, can I borrow the torch?
Yes, what more?
Well, see if I can see Jimmy, see if I can shine it against the tree line and...
Make a spot hidden roll, please, Dwayne.
Yeah, I'm doing the torch.
Spot hidden. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's definitely a pass. It's a hard pass.
Oh.
There's a flash of light as the lightning illuminates the forest again. In that split second, you can see a mound just inside the edge of where the forest begins. A couple of trees back, a mound on the floor, but it looks like fabric over it. It looks like Jimmy's checked shirt.
Rupert, George, do you want to just join me for a second? I've just seen something.
Not really, no.
Why you see?
Oh, and what is it so important that only the men get to see it?
I don't think this is something that ladies. I've just seen something. It might need a bit of brawn, you know.
Are you suggesting that we women cannot match what men do?
No, Lisa, no,
Please,
no.
please wait here while I sort this out.
Lisa, what I mean is, this is it's really, really wet out there, really raining, and I wouldn't want I wouldn't want you ladies to get cold and wet. And you seem to be looking after this young lady very, very well. You know what you're doing. You got the talk. You know. You're the best lady suited for the best person suited for the job.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Thank
No,
you.
I've got to see this, Dwayne. Alicia, I think you should go and help him.
Well, thank you, George. But I'm looking after the young woman here. I'm
Okay.
sure that the men can handle it.
What about you, Mrs. Harris? Do you want to go and investigate?
Oh no, I'm quite fine in here, thank you. And Dad, I would like to, without taking it out of my bag, I'd like to load my handgun.
What? Wait, what? What the hell did you just say?
Can I just clarify? Did Harriet write all the bios for these
I did not do
So she gave me fucking lipstick and a lollipop. So you gave us fucking handgun.
Harriet took the last character that was available.
I was happy to take anyone. You guys, you left the woman with the guns and me.
That's brilliant.
But I would like to say that when George said you could go out to Lisa, I actually spat some of my ice cream.
Come on, Rupert.
Come on, Rupert. You can do it.
No.
We might need another person for this.
It looks like a dead weight.
I'll wander up to Rupert. Rupert, honey. You know, I think it was be really brave of you if you.
That's
you
not
went
going to
out
work
there
on
with
me.
the
That's
other
not
men.
going to work. That's not going to work
Oh,
on me.
come on now, and I'll reach into my bag and I'll take out my lollipop. No, I think it'd be awfully brave of you if you went out there and helped the other guys out. Maybe when you come back.
Oh no, what did I miss?
Hey.
In the future.
A lollipop.
You see, Dwayne.
Did I miss the seductive lollipop?
You did.
Oh, damn. I'll have to watch this back
on the
now.
rerun.
Too much. I can't
Come
deal
on.
with it.
Come on now, Rupert. You look all big and strong, and I'm sure you're just hiding them muscles underneath that.
I will go outside merely to get away from you.
I knew my charm would work on you.
I'm still holding a pocket knife, by the way.
Stop. Get off the bus. Is there, once Rupert and George are off the bus, is there like a button to close the door?
Yeah.
I'll push the button to make the doors closed, and then shine the torch over where I saw the fabric and start heading over.
Okay. So, with the bus doors closed behind you, who is going over to be sure here? Make sure I'm clear. 3 of you are going out there. You get to the edge of the road. The tarmac just ends, as if somebody has just dropped this tarmac straight in the middle of the forest, with very little thought to foundation or so on. It looks like it just dribbled over the edge straight onto the earth and ground of the woodland. You take a step off. Just inside the perimeter of the trees, there's a flash of lightning. The trees all illuminate again, and sure enough, where the point you can see that checked shirt-like fabric. Who's in the lead here? You moving side by side, single file? Are you making a phalanx, or?
Yeah, I imagine with kind of like me taking the lead and you two following.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd be trailing towards the back because I'm reluctant in going in the first place.
Alright. You move past the first couple of trees. As you do, the sound of the rain changes. Now it's hitting the canopy. And where it hits you, it's not an incessant fall of rain. It's larger droplets as it's made its way through the branches and formed itself into larger bits. So you're getting hit by more aggressive bangs of water, but not frequently. It's hitting your head, running through your hair, running down your faces. You follow the flashlight on ahead. Past the second row of trees now, it's just a few feet ahead of you. You can see it more clearly. That's Jimmy's shirt, all right?
Jimmy? You guys come up a bit closer so the ladies can't see. They shouldn't be seeing this.
It looks like Jimmy's lying face down. One leg out behind him. His right leg is lifted up.
Does it look like a natural position?
It does not. It looks more like he's fallen.
That don't look natural. Jimmy, stop fooling around.
Jimmy does not respond.
Are there any branches on the floor?
Yes, there are branches everywhere.
Can I find a particularly long one? Pick it up and kind of like go up so I can poke him at about a couple of foot distance.
You get a branch, shake it off, and then move over towards him. You extend your arm, right arm, with the branch and just reach with the tip of it to poke him. You prod him. His body moves over to the side. Meanwhile, inside the bus, the woman sits there. There's another flash of lightning. If you're looking out towards where they are, you might just see their silhouettes. As the lightning flashes, the woman looks out the side to the trees on the opposite side of the bus from the direction they've gone. It's nearby. It's nearby. It's nearby.
What is? What is?
The light. The light. The light's nearby.
Do I see any light outside?
Just the light shining ahead onto the road, illuminating the road. Just the asphalt ahead, the occasional flash of lightning, nothing else.
No, it's okay. There's no light out there. It's fine. You're safe here.
Back out in the forest, Dwayne prods the body. The body moves to the side with the pressure of the branch. You relieve the pressure and the body down into the floor again.
Move a bit closer and then see if we can hoist him over onto his back.
Okay, you can see his hair is matted with water. You reach out your arm and grab him. His clothes are soaked through. You roll him over. Roll sanity. All three of you who are out there can roll sanity, please.
In the bus, Mrs. Harris is thinking.
Ooh,
I
that's a
always
fail.
said these company outings were a terrible idea.
Ooh, that's a pass.
Oh!
Ooh, Rupert and George.
Okay.
Must be my juice.
If you pass, just lose 1 sanity. If you fail, you can lose 2 sanity.
Is this sanity is out of that, isn't it? So it's the left-hand number.
As you roll him over, he lands with a clump. You can see his mouth is stretched wide open, unnaturally wide open. His cheeks are pulled in thin lines, skin greyed, and his eyes are not there. It's 2 open cavities revealing inside some just hollow, as if there's nothing inside.
Oh, hell no. I'm running back to the bus.
I did not want to see that tonight.
Hell no.
I was expecting to gaze into Lisa's or Tracy's eyes, not those Deadpool's.
I had a different cavity in mind.
I think we gotta go.
They've gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna subdirect. Come on, Dwayne.
In the bus, there's a sudden slam on the side of the bus. On the side where the doors are.
Yeah, I'm banging on the side of the door.
Miss Harris, what was that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I think it's Rupert.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, he does realise there's a button out there, right?
Where's the button?
The button.
I'm playing through the window.
Rupert, you push the button. The doors pull to the side, letting the rain inside.
Yeah, right.
Rupert gets up inside, soaked with water. George shortly behind him, I think.
I'm probably pushing
Rupert, you're back
Dwayne ahead of me.
soon.
Okay. Dwayne took a
So
moment
Dwayne's pushing
to.
ahead of me. I'm sort of.
Dwayne took a moment to violently vomit into the forest. An overwhelming smell of whiskey and snaps.
I'll squirt him with some brew as he gets onto the bus.
All right.
Thank you, George.
The three of them.
Kind of a lady.
The three of them clamber onto the bus, all looking pale.
Are
We.
you okay?
Yeah,
Jimmy is indisposed.
Well, what does that mean?
You don't want to know.
No, I think I do.
Put the seatbelt on and start the engine.
What do you mean? Is Jimmy out there?
He's dead.
What?
He's dead. We need to get out of here.
Jim's dead?
Yeah, drive, George. Drive.
As I
You
talk,
got any more of that wine?
drive off.
Shouldn't we go and fetch him? If he's dead?
No lady needs to see that.
I think we need to send the authorities later.
I think we need to get to a town and contact the police.
Immediately, yeah.
Anybody got one of those fangly mobile things?
Oh no, they'll never catch on.
Just a
I'm not
Hauser?
going to waste time with those.
I didn't bring it today. I did.
The
If
big
I
old,
was in my car, I'd have it.
the big old things with a lead leading to a big battery pack.
suitcase.
1987.
They were. Mandel had one. It looked stupid.
Nokia Mobira. Weighed about 10 kilo.
And no one else had one. So who are you going to ring?
I'll head to the back of the bus and sit down and kind of just like sit there.
I've already retreated to my footwell,
Okay.
inhaler in hand, and probably actually eating chocolate. I have chocolate.
Okay.
I'm comfy eating right now.
All right. George, did you say you were moving the bus?
Yeah, I'm moving the bus.
All right, I'll take a drive auto roll from you then, please, as you sit down in there.
Oh! On fire tonight!
Oh yeah, this is unusual for Darren.
I'm going to be George. By all my characters, I'm called George.
I think this dice tray Harriet's bought me has siphoned all of my power and funneled it out into you. Oh, I'm going to roll the gold dice again, see what happens.
Screen passed again.
Ah, it's only a 10. Damn these averages. This is a dice of extremes. 9! Ah, terrible. So, you move the bus, put your foot down on the accelerator, it moves. Sounds like the wheel is spinning. Again, the back of the bus starts to move sideways slightly. You depress on the accelerator again and the bus moves forward violently and then carries on down the road. There's a flash of lightning, briefly illuminating the tree.
I don't know, maybe a bit of mud.
That's mighty strange. It felt like that tree last time.
All right. With George behind the steering wheel, the bus moves away down the road into darkness. I'm just going to go get myself a glass of water. And you'll travel on through the rainy night. Like a second.
The effects are poor in front of the screen. He's like a demister.
Yeah.
Well, this is interesting.
I can't wait for everyone to read their bio. I love these characters. Everyone's doing really good.
I got cut off the bit where you found the body, and I didn't hear exactly what went on. It came back on just as James says, right, you lose 2 sanity if you save.
Roll
missed the
the
previous
body
2 seconds.
over. Yeah, no eyes, just black holes, basically, pits for eyes.
And the
Right,
mouth horrendously extended. So think like the vampires before in the orphanage. Is kind of how I envisage it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I failed.
And actually, you know what? In 1997, they had some okay mobiles.
It did, they had
the
them.
3110 was out then.
The Nokia brick, you know, the indestructible brick.
Isn't it 87 we're in?
This is 87.
Yeah,
The battery's big brick.
The Nokia, I don't think
the
Nokia had the
80s
3310 and the 3330 weren't out in
No.
87.
Is it
So
87?
97.
Big power shoulder pads. The lady's got shoulder pads out here somewhere. Maggie Thatcher's at the height of her power.
I wasn't born yet.
2 years too soon. Too soon. Right.
No.
88 for
What
me.
do you mean?
89 for me.
88.
Youngsters.
What, when you were born?
Yeah.
89, yeah.
I'm the tender age of 32.
Oh,
Really?
Shit.
Yeah, that surprised me.
how old was your first TR event? How old were you?
Probably 20. I got into LARPing really late. Probably about 24, 25, something like that. 25, something like that. I got into LARPing really late.
I just wondered. I remember some of the others being quite young, but I just didn't know when you started. So.
No, I came in quite late. My first one was when you rebooted TR, which wasn't TR, which was Origin. That was my first TR, yeah. I went to Valorant before that.
John, did you say you were born in 89?
Yes, I was born in 89, yeah.
I know.
So you remember the Berlin Wall coming down in August then, do you?
I remember it. I remember really well.
I was born in September, so no, I don't.
I was out in Germany as it was coming down.
Really? Were you the bugger putting it down? That'd be great, wouldn't it? You were the sledgehammer.
I was 9 at the time, so
It would have been
I
even
did
better.
really, really well.
It would have been even better. 9-year-old
No,
going like that.
There was a lot of euphoria in our street. So where I lived, we lived in a military owned buildings, slap bang in the middle of a German civilian area. So we were on the outer parts of it. So we had the military houses on one side, and on the other side we had millionaires.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, I look on Google Maps and you can see like all these swimming pools and everything in the people's back gardens in the area that I live.
God.
It's nuts. So yeah, there's a lot of euphoria when that happens. There's a big party when Germany won the World Cup as well.
I bet.
The bus moves along the road, rain slicking along the glass. It seems, with George taking it easy, considering how things have gone so far, that you're travelling for an indeterminate amount of time before some light appears up ahead, on the right-hand side of the road. Your headlights cast on ahead, illuminating the trees to either side. The trees move in towards the vehicle and then down the side. White light in front, orange as they hit the side, and then red on one side of the bus as you move past. Occasionally, those at the back might glance out the back window and just see the trees closing in as they move away from you in the distance into darkness before they actually meet each other. The shadows that they cast make unusual movements on the ground. The trees occasionally look like they're falling in, like that first tree that did, or that there's unusual movement shifting around. Branches maybe in the storm that's tonight reaching out towards you, unnerved by what's happened so far. True, only some of you have seen what happened to poor Jimmy, but the girl, the whole situation. Nerves are on edge as this light ahead comes closer and closer. You see, first of all, a row of orange lights spanning ahead of you, and then on the right hand side of the road, what looks like some purplish blue lights. You get closer and closer, your headlights just illuminating so far ahead, then complete darkness ahead of those lights, and then these lights further still. As you move forward, the darkness ahead of you is taken away by your headlights, closer and closer, until you see the large lorry, fully articulated lorry, spanning across the road. The cab is jerked violently to one side compared to the rest of the load, completely blocking. On the right hand side, where these lights are, you can see the neon illumination of what looks like a diner with a petrol station next to it, and next to that what looks like some sort of carport, a roof only, with beams all around to provide some form of shelter. There's space for car parking in front of the diner area. One car is parked out the front of there at the moment. You can see lights coming from inside and some movement there. This one place seems to be just light beaming out in the full darkness of tonight. Another flash and thunder rolls across the landscape. The trees move around in the storm. You have no choice but to stop with this lorry blocking the road.
I'm going to pull in now. To pull in and anyway to pull into a parking spot, preferably under the carport.
Okay. Well, the carport is the first of the three buildings you come over. So there's a carport that's closest to you. That's not really illuminated well at all. And then next along you've got what looks like the petrol station area. There's a single pump and then a small building which acts as the shop for that. And then the third building along is the diner. You can pull and park at any of these things, but you can pull into the carport area if you wish.
Yes.
All right. So George turns the steering wheel and takes the vehicle off the road, pulling it into the carport. Sloped roof with beams. The beams aren't necessarily completely the edge of the building. They're part way in. So it forms a canopy that comes out with rain just splattering down each side. No guttering. The rain chaotically floods off the side of here. But once inside, you turn off the ignition and the bus goes into silence.
Is the diner look open?
The diner looks like it's open.
Oh, good.
What was the other question, sorry?
It was me, I think, saying it looked like there was a phone in there. Must be a phone in there. We should go inside.
Yes, I think that's right. I think to call the authorities and maybe get something to eat while we wait.
I like your thinking.
Maybe they've got some alcohol in there that we could take advantage of. I mean, I came out for a good time tonight, and all we've had is an accident and a dead body.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Gotta get this, maybe some proper clothes and get it dry.
Yes, absolutely. We'll see if they have any spare clothes. I wanna. Can I put? I imagine that I've got like a coat or something or a big cardigan, so I'm gonna put that around her. It's got a big cat on it for sure, and gonna make sure it's nice and dry, keep her warm. Because we're gonna try and find you some clothes, okay?
She looks petrified.
It's okay. We're safe now. We'll get the authorities and sort this all out and get you all warm.
I'm gonna reach inside my pocket, grab my wallet out, open it, flick through, take out some cash, give it to Lisa, Treat everybody. I'll give you like $50 to get food, drink. Treat everybody, Lisa.
Thank you, Mr. Hauser.
I just gotta find the. I just gotta relieve myself.
Of course. Should we all head into the diner?
Yeah. See if they got a phone, and I'll join you in there.
I'm gonna gently kind of guide the poor young woman with us into the diner. Still trying to get a name out of her, but
Okay.
she's not gonna say.
Yeah. Okay.
Are there any phones on the outside of the building, or is it inside?
From where you are at the moment, you can't see. It's a good distance away.
Ooh.
Maybe we should drive a bit closer first.
Yes, George. Could
Is
you
it still
park
raining outside?
closer?
It is heavily.
I suppose so.
On the back of the driver's seat, as Jimmy left in quite a hurry, did he leave a jacket on the back of his chair?
He did. He went out in just a shirt and jeans.
Awesome. I'm going to retrieve Jimmy's jacket, and I'm going to use that as a makeshift umbrella.
All right.
Free jacket.
I can move us closer. I just thought it would be good to be out of the rain in the carport, but I guess it's not near the door.
It's fine.
I'll get the
Yeah,
engine up, I can
closer.
start the engine up again. I'll move over to the entrance.
Okay. So, are you all getting out of the bus, or some of you staying on board the bus?
I think we're gonna move and then get out.
We're going to move the bus to in front of the door and then leave.
So you're going to take the bus over to the diner instead, are you? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, so I think they said, just we're too far away, we'll get wet, so I'm going to move the bus to the front of the diner, right by the door,
Okay.
and then get out.
All right. You reverse the bus back out. It goes doot, 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 doot as you pull it back onto the road, turn it round, and then gently move it forward. Matey, gently move it forward.
Slave with the coffee.
Tea, I think you'll find. I'm English. You gently move it forward past the petrol station, past the pump, and then stop it in one of the spaces that is in front of the diner. You actually, because of the length of the bus, pull it over 3 spaces.
Fucking wankers who do that.
Definitely George.
They're all used car salesmen. I can guarantee you.
All right.
So, should we head in?
I'll flick the door lever to open the door. The thing over the top of my head.
Okay.
Quickly waddle down the steps in my stilettos and do a girly run.
Okay.
Over to the doorway.
So you run across the tarmac car park, then a short run, and then cling through the door and into the well-lit diner. What were you saying, Harriet?
Mrs. Harris has got one of those, those clear bonnets
Of course.
that you guys. I'm gonna pop that on because she dressed for this outing much like she would for work.
What, with a gun in her bag?
Right.
Never be too careful.
There's obviously really strong sexual harassment in the workplace, and you've got to take a gun to work. It's you couldn't realistically complain to HR in 1987. You just got to defend yourself.
Yeah. HR's advice: carry a gun.
Well, we could have counselling, or could I suggest a Glock? Right. Okay, so you go inside. You've got the bonnet over the top. As you run in, Mrs. Harris, you do catch sight of just down. So if you're coming, the building is there. The doorway is on the right-hand side of the building, towards the right, and then all the way down towards the left-hand side, you can see a phone booth. Not phone booth, like a phone on the outside of the building. It's just covered over with a canopy over the top. But yeah,
Oh,
you can see the phone.
There's a phone
Where, Miss Harris?
just down there.
Oh, okay. I'll go to the phone. I'll call the authorities and let them know what's going on.
I'm going to go with you, if that's all right.
No, I'm okay. I can do this on my own.
Oh no, I'd like to make a phone call as well.
Okay.
I'm going to
Is
walk.
there anyone else in the diner?
There are people inside, yes. So as you open the door, you can see there are a few people in here. There's a waitress behind the counter. It looks like there's a couple of people crowded around a booth. And then another couple, an older couple, on a booth further away. Both of them are looking over towards this, the crowded booth. On the crowded booth, there's a man there, and he's leant over looking down into one of the seats. Their heads all snap up as you open the door, coming in with a coat over your head from the rain. The diner itself is illuminated in reds and whites, so there's red and white patterning all around the sides, and then the floor has been, in the same way, been tiled in black and white, like a chessboard effect. It's quite gaudy, and it's got those neon lights all around it. The counter itself is long and curved with a chrome type edge, stools in front of it the whole way, and then the bulk of the room is small sort of cubicles that people sit in.
Okay,
Well,
walk
I
in. Walk in
I'm
and
sorry,
trace.
I didn't mean to intrude. And I'll make my way over to the bar.
Okay, so you go in and you go over. Dwayne is going to the telephone, and so is Mrs. Harris. What about everybody else?
I'm heading to the diner. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all going
I'm
to head
gonna
into the diner. Lisa's going to bring the girl in with.
The girl pauses as you take her closer to the building. Too bright.
It's okay. I mean, you have to see inside. It's okay.
She resists for a moment, and then you lead her inside. As the rest of it, as you go in, you get the scene pretty much as I described it. The woman behind the counter looks up in shock as she sees the girl that you're bringing with you and the state of her.
I'm going to go over to the waitress. Excuse me. We found this woman on the road as we were driving by. Seems like she's been injured. We picked her up. Is there anything you could give her a towel to dry up, and maybe some new clothes? Or...
She looks the woman up and down, clearly shocked to see her like this. Oh, the poor dear. You go sit her down in a booth. I'll see if I can get some towels or something from the back. We just had another poor person brought in a similar state.
Oh no. Can I see where this poor... Are they in a booth?
He points over to one of the other booths, the one that was crowded. There's a man leaning over that one, and then you can see some booted feet sticking out as a man has been laid down on one of the benches.
Does your telephone work? I think we might have to call the authorities. Something must be happening. Or maybe the storm is causing these injuries. I don't know.
Oh, sure, there's a telephone in back. He points to the back of the diner, and you can see there's another booth here with a telephone.
Oh, thank you.
Meanwhile, outside, Dwayne and Mrs. Harris go over to the phone booth out here. It's just a phone bolted to the wall with a clear canopy over the top. There's a picture of a stylized phone icon above. Rain patters all over the roof of it and then splatters all around.
I'll step in, but I'll let Dwayne go first.
Okay.
I'll pick up the receiver, dial 911, and while I'm waiting, I'll be looking to see if I can see a name for the diner.
Okay. You pick up the thing and it's dead. Pull down on the handle a couple of times. And the cable hangs limply from the receiver.
I don't think the cell phone's going to work.
The diner is called the Orchard Run.
Can I look at the table? Does it look like it's been cut?
It's looks like it's frayed, as if somebody's taken a rope and pulled it. You know how all of the individual strands go loose and Well, this is like that, except it's a metal encasing around the cable, which has been ripped, and the individual strands of wire all balloon out like a couple of bouquets of wiry flowers.
All right. Let's go back inside, shall we?
Meanwhile, sorry, Tom, I cut you off while you were just saying what you were going to do.
Oh, I was just gonna show the girl to a booth with her, and then I'm gonna point out the telephone at the end of the diner to the others in the room if they want to use it.
All right. We've lost.
Someone please use it.
I think we've lost Dave, haven't we?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Is that inside the diner? Sorry, now.
Yes, you're in the diner now, yeah. And that's where the phone is, yeah.
I'll go up to the phone inside the diner. Is it a public phone you're saying, or is it like on the bar? Or
It's it's a public phone, so it's mounted on the wall.
I'll go up and lift the receiver.
Okay. Pick up the receiver. Doot, 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 doot.
Phone lit 911, isn't it?
All right. You reach up. It's got some big chunky push buttons. Brr, brr. Brr, brr. Brr.
Anybody else lost him?
No, we did.
Nope, it's come back.
Okay.
So you got.
Nothing with the
It rang a couple of. If you didn't catch me, which I guess you don't, it rang a couple of times, and then cut off, and then there was like a hissing sound of static, and then a doot, just a flat tone.
Hit the receiver again and see if there's a dialing tone.
Doot, 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 doot.
I don't know what
Oh,
you've done,
again.
Jamie, but whenever you do noise
Yeah,
effects, you cut out.
Do I? Hang on, let me just try this.
Yeah.
Da, da, da.
Is there a natural sound setting? 'Cause I know on Zoom you set like a natural sound setting and it works.
Hold the line, caller.
Doot, doot, doot,
Give me the fucking place!
All right. So if I now go doot doot, do you hear that?
Yeah, we got
Much
you
better.
now, yeah.
All right. So the first.
All I saw otherwise was you going. It didn't really work.
So the first call went doot doot, and then brr, 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 doot. Doot.
That's terrifying. I preferred it before.
Yeah, much better before, but that's good.
Sounds a bit like the modems
Reset
back in
it.
those days. Though.
And redial the 911.
Okay. Brr, brr. The lights
Put the phone
dim.
down.
The lights dim for a moment in the diner as there's another flash of lightning. Everything goes pitch black for a second, except for outside the diner, where it's briefly illuminated, and the lights all come on, flicking back on individually.
I sort of throw the receiver down and back away.
Okay. The receiver just dangles loosely from its cable underneath the phone. What the hell was that? The man standing over the one booth gets up.
Do you usually get storms this bad out here, mister?
Oh, we get storms, but I hope we don't lose the power again.
I'm trying to... Does this phone work?
Yeah, that phone works just fine.
Could you not get through to the emergency services?
Right.
No, it just hisses at me. It sounds like someone screaming down the phone.
What? I do.
You try it.
Okay. Does anyone have the number of the local police department? Maybe that will be better. I'll do it to, like the waitress or
Okay. The girl comes back in with some towels in her arm and puts them on the counter. The local police department? We should have it in the phone book here. And she pulls a phone book, a big old phone book. Pulls it out. There it is. And she runs a finger down to show you the phone number.
Oh, thank you. All right. And then I'll ring the number on the thing. And...
Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep, beep.
Oh God.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello? Is anybody there? Who else? Tracy, could you come listen to this, please? You've got younger ears than me. Maybe you can understand this.
Let me have a listen.
I hand the teller, the receiver to her. Oh, did it cut off? Let me try again.
I don't.
There you go.
Dude.
I think I'm the expert here using phones.
Okay, you do it.
Just hold on one moment.
Okay.
I know the numbers 1 to 9 apparently. And, with my perfectly manicured nails.
I'm going to head back to the booth where the girl is.
I'm sorry, my daughter's ex-bedroom. And I'm thinking I've probably got drawers full of nail varnish and lipstick and stuff. But I ain't going near that. The lollipop's all you get. And the perfume.
It was good enough.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, you dial the number delicately with your long fingernails. I don't know how they do that.
No. And I'll try Mr. House's number.
It's like a kestrel trying to pick up a fruit pastel, in my opinion. Dead.
It would appear it is not working. Where's that waitress? And I'll totter over to the waitress. Do you have any coffee?
The girl looks over to you. She was looking over towards where the other visitors were. Coffee? Yeah, sure. We've got a pot of coffee on. She goes over to the back where they've got a large pot.
What's the chances of making it Irish for me?
We don't really do that here, I'm afraid.
Are you sure there must be? You must have something, behind the bar in case of emergencies. I've had quite a stressful evening, and I came out for a good time, and well, I've ended up here.
I would, sweetheart. I really would.
Surely you can help another girl out.
No, sweetheart. I really would, but my boss is right over there.
Well, what you're saying is you do have something, but you just need a distraction.
Well, I have something in my car.
Oh. Then, you have a break coming up anytime.
Well, I am supposed to be on break right now, but Sam's dealing with that driver that came in.
Listen, I don't think anyone would notice if you were gone for 5 minutes. No one's wanting to get served except me. Everyone's too busy with that man over there. I'm sure he won't miss you for a couple of minutes. I'll tell you what, I'll go over. I'll keep Sam occupied. You pop out to your car.
Make a fast door roll.
Not a charmed person roll. Oh, Oh, right. I can do this. Oh. I thought I could do that. I'm going to go. It's obvious to the first one.
Okay.
Oh, are you back?
Yes.
Everyone froze again.
Yeah.
I must have quite bad lag.
6.
Obviously, it's the first roll.
Yeah.
Yes. I kept pressing it.
I guess I could pop out. I could pop out and get something from my car. Yeah.
I'll take care of Sam. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. I can arrange that. I mean, I think it's been an unusual night. What's a little rule breaking here? Okay. And she disappears out the back.
I'll take a slow, sultry walk back to Sam. And just ensure that his attention is not on the bar.
All right. What's everybody else doing while this is going on?
I'm going to be looking. I'm going to be looking after the young woman in the thing.
Okay. She's just staring straight ahead. Same sort of catatonic state with only brief periods of lucidity.
Take a seat on one of the
I'm going to
stools.
drop my lollipop in front of Sam.
And bend over. Yep.
Is your tongue going to
bend over.
wrap around it or something?
Okay.
And I'm going to bend over in front of him and stand back up.
She's used to pulling out the hairs from the balls.
Oh,
Smile coyly at him and go and sit down go and sit down in another booth.
Oh man, Dave, I know it's a night of horror, but steady on. Okay. You go about what you're doing, sliding down into booths and whatnot. The one gentleman who's dealing with the other one that's laid down stands up and looks around, looks over towards the bar, frowns for a second. The other couple that are sat in a separate booth, they've got plates there which have long since been cleaned of food, and they're talking in hushed tones amongst themselves. There's another flash of lightning, and the lights go off in the diner. For that second, it's dark in the diner and then illuminated outside. You can just see the trees. You can still see the lights shining on that vehicle that's across the road. The orange lights all down the side of it. A bright light emits from the back of the diner where the trees are, and you can just see bright lights shining that way, casting shadows of the building out into the road. And then it's gone. There's a buzz of electricity as the strip lights kick back in and all flicker back to life.
Would we have seen that outside in the telephone booth?
At the telephone booth, yeah, you'll see the lights go off in there. It happens twice, and then that light emits from behind the diner out into the... But at first, it's a flash of lightning which illuminates everything, and then that follows with another type of white light.
Miss Harris, did you see that?
Something unusual is happening. I think if there's no telephone inside, we should get back on the bus and drive back to town.
We need to move that truck first.
Oh yes. Well, everything's like before the truck that's blocking the road.
It is, yes.
So there's no like you could go in and then go round.
No. The truck is jackknifed as well. You can see that their driver's door is wide open. The rain is splattering on that, all inside the door and running down to the ground. The cab light is on inside, just dimly illuminating inside the cab.
Does it have any insignia on the lorry, like to indicate what it's carrying?
You can clearly see what it's carrying. There are some huge logs on the back.
Oh, it's like a log. Okay.
Is the engine running or?
The engine is off, but the lights remain on.
I'll go see if I can start moving the truck, Miss Harris. You go gather the troops.
All right. Be careful.
I will be.
I will go walk round to the door and go inside.
I will wait for Mrs. Harris to leave and just hold back in the telephone area for a moment.
All right. Mrs. Harris goes inside.
I'll look around, pull out a small packet from my pocket, line up a little line of powdery substance.
Okay. Everything seems to have a little more clarity now. Colours are brighter. Yeah. The truck is in sharp focus.
I start making my way over to the truck.
Okay. You make your way over the truck in the rain, getting towards where the cab is. As you get closer, you can see the driver's seat has been wetted thoroughly through by the rain, and there's water inside the cab running out.
I'll start climbing up to see if I can see like the keys in the ignition or anything.
Make a. You can see the keys hanging down there. There's like a collection of keys off that, and what looks like a small plastic outline cut of a crocodile.
Okay.
Make a spot hidden roll.
Ooh. I think that's an extreme success. Got a spot hidden of 60, and an extreme success is 1/5. Is that right?
Okay.
60 would be 12 for an extreme.
Yeah, extreme success.
It's a fifth, isn't it?
Yeah, drugs. They work.
That's hilarious.
All right.
To rewrite an iconic 80s song, don't we?
As you step up
Or 90s song, maybe.
onto the plate
Drugs
and
don't work.
look inside the cab to look for the keys, you spot what looks like a leather case suspended by the back of the cab behind the seats.
I will climb up into the cab and take it down.
Right. It's long, zipped along one side with a strap.
I'll unzip it.
There's a rifle in here.
Any ammunition?
Indeed there is. There's a small packet of ammunition in there.
I will put it on the seat next to me, and I'm going to attempt to move the truck.
Okay. Get into the seat. Can you make a drive auto roll, please?
I can certainly try. Drive auto. Oh! That's a fail by 6%.
Oh,
Luck.
we didn't
Luck.
roll luck. We didn't roll our luck.
Luck.
Have I got any luck?
Do you have any look?
Luck is normally like, I think, 4d6 times 5, or 5d6 times 5, or something like that. It usually averages out between 50 and 60.
I think
There
they
is
have-
no space for luck.
Yeah,
Uh,
but mine's already filled.
Mine isn't. I didn't
Yes,
get
it's
it.
filled. Where is luck on this thing?
Which sheet have you got? Have you got the one with all the numbers? like it says like big boxes, and it's got 1 to 99 in numbers for sanity and stuff.
No, mine says I've just got one box with a blue thing in the middle, and it says 55 for luck total.
Right.
Yeah, got modern era.
Yeah, I've got nothing. I've got nothing with luck.
I didn't have anything either.
So yeah, roll it if you want to know. I guess for you guys.
I can't remember. I think it's 4d6.
We'll ask the GM before we say, because if I haven't started with it.
I know. I'm happy for you to roll on that. Yeah, that's fine. I'm easy.
Sorry, 3d6 times 5.
3d6 times 5.
Yeah. So I got 15 times 5.
That's quite good.
So I got quite a lot of luck.
Oh, George.
3 times 5, 15. I burnt my luck selling cars. That's 3 ones I rolled.
Look at that.
That was me.
I'm rolling low, run.
Times 5.
I'm happy with low rolls to carry on.
Times 5, yeah.
Okay.
Times 5.
So I will use 6 luck points to make that a pass.
3D.
All right. The engine comes to life. And the cab shakes violently, much more aggressively than it did in the minibus.
We'll slowly start trying to edge the truck so the cab part's out of the way.
As you start to move the vehicle forward, the passenger side drops violently, and the cab leans forward towards the ground. There's a scraping side, and then mud is sprayed all up the one side of the vehicle.
Some kind of like set like that at the moment.
Yeah, it's not a huge drop, but the opposite side, the side you haven't been out on, is definitely down.
Try and power through.
Put your foot down! Ah!
There's smoke starts to come from the ground as the wheels spin hard on the tarmac. Inside the diner, everyone will hear that.
Looking out
What
the
the?
window.
I'll stand up and look at
Okay.
with a cigarette in my hand.
You look out the front and you can see the truck shaking. The whole cab area is shaking and smoke is rising from the tyres on one side.
He's trying to clear the way.
Oh. Well, it seems to be going rather
Has the
well.
waitress come back in yet?
Nope.
Oh, where did the waitress go? I wasn't here for that.
She
Oh,
just
to
went
get the-
to retrieve a personal item from her car.
Oh, I understand, of course, yes.
Can I
Sorry,
get
Dan.
a bottle of whiskey from behind the bar?
You look over the bar. They don't have any whiskey here. It's just a diner.
Has it got any liquor at all?
Excuse me, sir. What do you think you're doing there? There's something I can get you?
Some drink, please.
Sure, we can offer you a soft drink, some coffee, or perhaps a milkshake.
You got anything a bit stronger?
Well, the milkshake is pretty thick.
Oh, George, George,
Yes.
George, why don't you get a milkshake for the both of us and we can share?
You want to share a milkshake with 1-year-old?
That isn't a
Oh, we could share it.
common line.
You know,
I don't know what is.
I don't know if I can take a whole milkshake. It's rather thick, you see.
All you
I'll
know,
make a note
Lisa,
of that.
all you need to do is put your lips around the straw and suck real hard.
Well, you see,
Thank you,
Tracy,
Tracy.
as one matures, you learn that sucking hard isn't necessarily the correct method.
Well,
Yeah, I'll have a milkshake.
well,
please,
George,
for
I
dinner.
beg to disagree.
I'll have a vanilla milkshake, please.
Vanilla milkshake. All right, sir, I can do it. Where's that girl got to? Goes
Which girl's
behind the
that?
counter and starts making a milkshake.
She just popped out to grab something personal from her automobile. I think she, ladies' problems.
Oh, I see. What happened to the girl you brought in here?
I don't know what happened to the girl.
Everybody gets round in shock.
No, what's happened to her?
Oh,
No.
What happened?
oh, she's gone.
Lisa, you let us down again.
Oh, this is too much. Too much stress. We found her in the middle of the road as we were driving, and she was like this, distraught, poor thing.
Miss Webb, are you okay there, girl?
What's her name, Miss Webb? What's her first name?
That'd be Amelia Webb.
Oh, maybe, does she know you?
Well, I've not spoke to the girl, but she lives with her grandfather a short distance away.
Could you possibly, come and comfort her? I mean, we are strangers, of course, and she has been very,
Well, I'm the only person on duty at the moment, and he looks sharply at George, and I have to keep an eye on my wares, it seems. Here's your milkshake, sir.
I understand.
Oh, thank you.
He plops 2 straws into it.
I'll slap whatever couple of dollars down on the bar and
Alright.
wander over and enjoy my milkshake with Lisa.
Yeah.
All
She'll
right.
lean in.
This
Just-
milkshake is
Well, then,
thick.
Lisa, wrap your lips around that and give a good old suck.
She gives like a really good like that. Yeah. It's really thick. I mean, normally I'm pretty good. Normally I can suck the rust out of iron, but this is a bit thick.
Her cheeks are all getting pulled in a not very attractive way.
Going cross-eyed with the strain.
Okay.
Slightly pale and red.
Yeah.
Dwayne. Dwayne, can you make a spot hidden roll for me, please?
Oh,
That's a hard. Ooh,
Oh, that's 3d6s.
No, that would be a really good roll. But that's still a pass.
All right, just a regular
That's
pass.
Hard pass.
Hard
It's a
pass.
pass.
Okay, as you're applying the accelerator and it's grinding away here, all of the lights in the cab and on the dash dim and then go dark. The lights on the exterior of the cab glow quite brightly though. Orange on the side you're on, and on the opposite side the lights glow white, bright white, illuminating the trees to the side.
I will stick it into reverse.
Okay.
I'll just look around and then try and reverse.
The engine dies.
Okay.
Harry is like watching out the window.
Watch out the window, okay.
I'll move over to the passenger side, kind of like lifting the rifle up, put it on my lap.
Okay.
Open the door, see if I can see.
The second you open the door, this bright light shoots towards you, but the light itself has substance like a liquid, almost like a flash of mercury being flung from some direction towards your face. You try to move back. Can you make a dodge roll, please?
No, I can't.
This mercury-like substance slashes onto your face. Can you take 4 points of damage, please.
Ow.
There's an intense burning as this stuff sticks on you, and it's not just like a liquid, it's like a string of this stuff just hanging through the air and then stuck on your face. It feels like an intense cold.
I will scream.
You scream, okay. From your point of view, Mrs. Harris, what you see is the cab. It's all illuminated with orange on one side. You can just about see some movement in the cab, but it's gone dark in there. You see the opposite door open, and there's a light on the other side, sort of silhouetting the truck now. Can you make a listen roll for me?
Okay.
Come on, Mrs. Harris.
Yes,
Nice.
that's it's just a pass.
You hear a scream.
I will look round. George.
Yes.
I think something's wrong outside. I heard a scream, and Dwayne's out in the cabin.
Sorry. We'll have to finish this milkshake later, Lisa.
What? What? Why?
Well, you
What?
know, you know how Mrs. Harris gets when she wants something done. You just gotta do it.
I'm
Right.
going to be fiddling with the rifle case to try and start getting the rifle out and
Okay.
loading it.
You grab down trying to get that rifle. It's a shotgun by the look of it. The large red cartridges roll around in there, and you try and grab some and push them in. As you do this string of mercury-like stuff that's on your face and hanging down loose starts to move and creep inside your mouth.
I'm going to so I've told George that I'm going to say something's wrong, and I'm going to open the door to the diner and be stepping out.
Can you lose 7 points?
Holy moly!
Oh my God! Mercury poisoning.
Are you still alive?
Just...
I can tell you, Miss Harris might not have made the first attack. She is weak.
Can you also make a
make su-
sanity check, please?
Make sure to check max health, Harriet, not what your current health is.
Sanity check. Nope. Nope. That
You don't make the sanity check.
that's a big one.
And can you make a constitution check, please?
Oh man. Poor Dwayne. Holy moly. I'm gonna use some luck on that.
You'll need a lot.
I'm gonna use 28 luck, and that'll make it a pass.
Okay, so, alright, you've managed to cling on to consciousness as this stuff starts creeping through your mouth and getting towards your throat. You're going to lose 5 points of sanity, and your eyes roll back into your head. You can see, just before your eyes roll back, that this mercury-like substance emitting this bright white light is all clung to the far side of the truck. You feel your skin begin to blister.
I'm just gonna kind of like lazily go.
Ooh.
All right. So, rest of the group, what are you doing?
I'm moving, not running, but walking quickly towards the truck.
Okay.
I'm looking out the diner window to see where she's going.
Okay.
I don't think I know this is
I'm moving
happening.
up to the diner window.
Okay. Rupert?
I say I don't think I knew this was happening. Cause last I was just sat on one of the bar stools,
Yeah.
just watching this, just carnage around me.
Okay, so you keep minding your own
Hating
business,
life.
really. Yeah. Okay. So, Mrs. Harris is going out there, walking through the rain. Everyone else, by the sound of it, is looking through the window.
What? Sorry?
Everybody else is looking out the window, is that right? Or some
I
of you are
think
looking out the window. Sorry?
I think George went out, but Darren's
frozen.
George has gone
I'm
out as well.
following Mrs. Harris.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know if you heard me not.
So George and Mrs. Harris start making way
Sorry,
for the rain.
Jamie. I've got a terrible connection here. Did you say make a sanity roll if you're looking out the window?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay. Great.
Okay. So, George, Mrs. Harris.
I can see you making kind of strange moves and a couple of noises come out, but that's all I was getting.
Okay.
90s rage.
Now you know how we
you know.
feel, David, on the other side of things.
As the two of you make your way over towards the truck, the rain beats down, heavier than ever before. Another flash of lightning in the distance, and you hear a crack as it must have hit a tree nearby. The light on the one side of the truck that's closest to you is orange light. On the other side, the light is flicking on and off, much like an indicator. You get closer, you can see the outline of Dwayne sat in the passenger seat of the cab, although most of his body seems to be in darkness because this light flashing on the other side is behind him.
I'm going over to the side that he's on. I've got my hand.
So you're going to go around the truck to get to the passenger side?
Yeah.
Okay. What's George doing?
Is he in the driver's side?
He got in through the driver's side, and it looks like he's gone over to the passenger side. He's got the passenger door open.
Dwayne! Is the truck moving now? It stopped, I take it.
Stopped.
Dwayne!
As George calls out, Mrs. Harris starts making her way around the cab.
I've got my bag and my guns in my bag, loaded.
Okay. You go around with the bag. As you come around the side of the cab, you see it in its full glory. This mercury-like substance all clinging to the side of the truck. One tendril of it wrapped around into the cab and partly wrapped over Dwayne's face. You can see one whole side of his face is blistered up in boils, and this stuff is in his throat. He's making coffee noises, and his body is convulsing. His eyes roll back. Can you make a sanity check, please?
Ooh.
Oh dear. Oh dear. No. No, I didn't make it.
You didn't make it.
No.
Can you lose 3 points of sanity?
Oh dear. Okay. I'm going to I'm going to come to a stop,
Okay.
and I'm going to back up the way I came.
Okay. So, George, as you're calling out, you can see her, Mrs. Harris, walk backwards back around the truck. At this
Mrs.
point,
Harris, you okay?
the creature is going to feed on Dwayne again.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dwayne.
Okay. So this time, can you lose 6... 11 points of con.
11 points of con.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, the light in the cab starts to pulse.
I'm going to, so I'm backing up. So George says, Mrs. Harris. I'll turn to him, frightened. There's something. I can't describe it. George needs help. Not George. Dwayne needs help.
I need help. I agree, Mrs. Harris, but perhaps we need to focus on Dwayne. Can I open the driver's door?
Be careful.
Yes, you can. Open the driver's door. So you go up and pull the latch and pull the door open. You see the awful state of Dwayne as soon as you look in. You can see his flesh all rotting to balls, and then this silvery mass on one side of his face. Can you make this sanity check, please?
Probably not. No, don't roll d6. Ooh, yes.
You made it, did you? Just lose
Yeah.
1 point.
Yeah. I'm going to do it manually because it doesn't let me update the sheet. So I don't know why. But yep. Cool. Then I'm going to sort of probably recoil back, grab his leg, and try and pull him out of the cab with me.
Okay. So you reach forward and try to grab his leg. You go to pull. Can you make a POW check?
Ooh. Better you than me.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No. Okay. You reach in. You grab hold of his leg and pull. The silvery stuff that's on his face slides round and pulses. There's a series of quick flashes like a strobe light going off that you can see from your position, Mrs. Harris. And as it does that, George, you just... your eyes lock, your mouth opens, and your arms drop to the side as you are paralysed.
You'd say so. We're going to the rave, George.
Mrs. Harris, what do you want to do?
I am going to run back to the diner.
Okay, splash, 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 splash. You run back into the diner.
I'll like burst in through the door. Help! Help!
All right.
What's going on?
Dwayne, lose another 8 points of con, please.
Yeah, I'll come in. Please help. There's something awful happening. George needs your help. Dwayne needs our help.
Right. Okay. Come on then, all together. You two, Sam. Sam's the guy behind the thing, right? He's the one who owns it.
Yes.
Come on, Sam. We're going to need your help too.
Oh, no, I have to stay here and tend the bar, I'm afraid.
Well, you don't have any customers. Please, we could really do with your help.
I've got this rather ill customer here I need to take care of.
They'll be fine.
Sam, darling. Sam, come on. I mean, the lady's asking so nicely. And a big, strong man like... You wouldn't want to turn her down now, would you? I mean, good look. You wouldn't want to look weak in front of her, would you? I mean, you're a big, strong, confident man. And
Make
it can be
a charm roll.
Yeah.
I'll do persuasion if you like. Okay.
I believe you have charm as a skill, don't you?
Oh, yeah, persuasion, charm.
Anything you like.
Seduction.
Yeah, easy.
45.
Yeah.
Fast drop knickers.
That's an art skill, I believe. Okay, well, I suppose I could. In the meantime, George, you can make another POW check, please.
Yes!
Okay,
go.
With a shake of your head, you just about managed to shake loose of the effect, and
That's hard. That's a hard pass here.
yeah.
I think I'm just going to back away in that really slow, you can go quicker, horror movie look. Just stepping back. I'll forget I'm on the step of the lorry and kind of step backwards and just sort of tumble down.
Okay, you fall hard to the floor. Dwayne, another 9 points of constitution.
Oh.
The light pulses bright inside the truck. The rest of the lights, all the orange lights along the side, just wink out one by one. Until the only light that remains outside. You can see the lights all fading all around it, and that sort of emanates towards the diner as if all light gets sucked into this thing. The rest of you, well, I guess I could come outside. Well, there's nobody in here really. Just it'll be fine. Nobody touch anything. And Sam comes round.
I'm gonna take a deep breath
Okay.
to resolve myself and head back out.
Okay. So you step back out. You can see George lying on the ground, just pulling himself back up, and a bright light inside the cab.
Oh, did George fall over? Oh. And I'll walk over with Mrs. Harris.
Okay, going back over the cab and this bright light, yeah?
Well, kind of like go into it, but I'm kind of heading more towards George to help him up.
Okay. You go towards George. Can you lose another 8 points of Constitution, please, Dwight?
Oh God.
What are you on at the moment?
34.
Okay.
God, you're the high Tom.
Um,
Okay.
George.
I'm going to get up again, dust myself off, and kind of back away from the truck.
Okay.
Turn around and see the ladies there. Do a check. You don't want to come here, ladies. There's something eating, devouring. It's not good.
The driver's door of the truck slams shut. The light persists inside the cab.
Is Mr. Housen? Is Mr. Housen inside the cabin?
What's left of him, I'm going to turn and run into the diner.
What the?
What do you?
Let me help you there, sir. And Sam follows George.
Oh my God.
Mrs. Harris, what's going on?
I'm gonna walk up to the cab.
Sam, you're such a disappointment. I'd have followed him outside and then watched as he rushes back in after George. I didn't expect anything else from George.
I hope you got a big tut off as he went in. The biggest one ever.
There's
George or Sam or both?
the light inside
both.
the cab dims.
Alright. Can I see George?
You can see George.
Is it all over his face?
Are you thinking of Dwayne?
Oh yeah, sorry, Dwayne.
You can't see Dwayne now because you're down
George is
low.
back
It's a big
inside.
truck cab, so he's up high, and the door shut. The orange lights along the one side of the truck all start coming back on again.
I'm gonna open the door,
Okay.
the driver's door.
He sat there, just looking out the front of the cab.
Is it on him?
Not that you can see.
Lisa's gonna come up and kind of have a look at. Is something wrong?
Dwayne? Dwayne? I think.
Dwayne? Hello?
Mr. Hauser?
No response from him.
Can I see the shotgun?
It's on his lap.
Oh, fucking hell.
Alright. I'm gonna step up onto the first step.
All right. The cab moves slightly as you step up.
As the cab moves, Lisa's backing away.
All right. Dwayne's head bobs slightly as you move up.
I'm gonna reach forward and grab the shotgun.
Okay. You reach forward, grab the shotgun on his lap. His hand is over the top of the shotgun, gripped tightly round it. You can see the whites of his knuckles. He's holding it so tight.
I'm gonna try and slide it out of the cap.
Make A dexterity check, please.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. He grip loosens and you slide the shotgun loose. As you pull it loose, a couple of the shells drop into the floor of the cab and roll around. It looks like there's one cartridge just wedged into the breech like he was trying to load it.
Okay. I will pull it right out.
Okay.
Hold this, Lisa.
Okay.
We'll pass
It's
the shotgun.
It's a little bigger than what I'm used to.
And I'll say, Dwayne. Again. Can I see that thing anywhere? Is the glowing on the outside of the other through the window? Can
It's
you see
all dark in there now. Dwayne, I want you to make a POW check. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. Okay.
I don't know why I looked at my own POW for some reason.
Dwayne.
Let's hope.
Dwayne, you call out. Dwayne's head rolls towards you. You can see his skull sticking through his flesh where it's been melted away. Boils all around the perimeter. He opens his mouth as if to talk and the flesh just peels away and splits on one side. He lurches towards you aggressively, moving, spittle
God,
dropping down his
him.
face. His eyes, you can try and shoot him.
Well, I'm
First of all, make a dex check.
I'm gonna be terrified. I'm good.
You slam the cartridge into the breech.
No, I don't have that. I have the handgun.
Oh, before you pull the shotgun from him.
I've got
gave
the
the
shotgun.
You've got the shotgun. The handgun, okay, in that case, just fire.
Oh no. Right.
It always happens. You always kill your own colleagues in Call of Cthulhu. It's an inevitability.
And also in double glazing.
Yeah.
I am not
Mandatory.
good with that.
It's a pretty bloody business.
That is not a hit.
Okay, so
You
Mrs.
have
Harris.
luck. You have luck.
Oh, I don't have that much luck.
Oh, wow, okay.
I'm both unlucky and...
How many shots?
Sorry. Do you roll for each shot?
Yeah.
It'd just be one shot in absolute terror.
Just one shot. So bang! Pff, the windscreen bursts as the bullet flies through it, glass spraying everywhere.
I imagine I probably shot through my handbag.
It's shot through your handbag, yes. And I think it's fair to say that you probably stumble back. Okay,
Yeah.
she stumbles back. You hear the shot behind her then? What are you going to do?
And I'm going to look at Miss Harris as she stumbles back. I'm going to grab hold of her, pull her up, and then we just run to the diner.
All right. I would like Dwight to make an unarmed attack roll, please.
Dwight?
Sorry, Dwayne.
He's now a Dwight. He's a Dwayne cross with a white.
Yeah.
You're on mute.
Give me some luck on that.
Oh, no! Not Mrs. Harris.
I'm going to use 7 points of luck on that to make that a pass.
Okay.
Always like Mrs. Harris.
Dwayne lurches across a compartment as you stumble back doing the shot. You're just about to try and get down from the cab when he reaches out with his good arm and grabs hold of you and pulls you back into the cab. I say his good arm because as his left arm moves around, you can see there's not much flesh left on it.
It's my good hand. It's my strong hand.
Pulls you into the cab and Oh God! Can you make like a damage roll with that, please, Dwayne?
1d4 plus 1. You have to kill a Jeremy Beadle impression. 3.
3 points of damage there, Mrs. Harris.
You'll scream out. Woo!
Okay. Meanwhile, Sam got back into the diner along with... Who else went inside? George. George ran inside. George, so you go inside. Everybody seems to be clammed around the window now, looking at the couple who were sat there. They're sort of peeked up over the top of their booths. The one guy's still unconscious. Sam comes in, brushing the rain off him, and shuts the door. He rushes over to the phone, frantically pushing the receiver, trying to get something.
Don't work, mister.
Rupert, what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know how he'd react.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's fine. If you just sit there in shock, that's okay. George,
Yeah, but
what are you doing since you came in?
The phone doesn't work. I'm sort of.
I mean,
I'm going to finish off my milkshake.
Right? Yeah.
Go over the table to get your milkshake.
Sit down, just go. Oh. Yep.
Okay. Who else is in the diner?
I think Tracy's in the doorway, right?
I'm just outside in front of the
Just
doorway,
outside.
basically.
Okay.
I've lit a cigarette and I've actually put some gum in my mouth as well.
Right.
I'm watching in rapt fascination the goings on over by the truck.
Tracy, bring one of those cigarettes over here, will you?
The girl that you caught up on the road turned round in her seat. No. And all the lights go off in the diner. Not just a flash like before, but all the lights. All of the strip lights flick out. All of the neons, the lights slide off it into darkness. Now the only light comes from outside the diner.
We're in endgame, people.
In the cab, I'd like to take another shot at Dwayne with the handgun.
Okay, make another shot.
Do I see, because I'm near the cab, do I see Dwayne grabbing at Mrs. Harris?
I would say so, yeah.
In that case, she's going to say, "You were always a brute," and he's going to try and hit him with the butt of the shotgun.
Okay.
I'm going to use a little bit of luck, because with the shotgun I'm not very good.
Okay.
I mean, the handgun.
I love your name is on there. It's Lisa from HR.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay.
Right. What do I roll for damage on a shotgun? On a
Pistol.
handgun?
It depends. Hang on.
You don't need to roll high.
I think it's like
Well, it's realistically for the type of gun you've got in your handbag.
it'd be like a small revolver, right? Something.
Yeah, teeny tiny gun.
There are multiple different guns. There's a Derringer short automatic, 7.65mm revolver, 7.65 is automatic.
Yeah. 1d8 damage, Harriet.
Yeah.
You can fire 3 shots around with it.
I got 2 damage.
2 damage, then please, Dwayne. Still up.
Still up.
Shot goes through his shoulder. Really still lurching towards you, spittle dribbling down. Ah!
Okay, I'm going to try and do the final shot. Yeah, I can do 3 shots.
3
right?
shots.
Oh, yes.
Give me some damage.
Nice.
7.
Oh!
Is that enough?
Oh yeah, I had 1 HP left.
All right. Straight through the head. His head snaps back and he falls backwards against the cab. So you now have 2 shots left in your revolver.
Okay. And I'm shaking.
Okay. You just about clambered up to try and beat him off with... Not like that, Dave. I know what you like. Slam at him, but he's fallen back on the edge of the cab. You can see the awful state of his face.
What? I think we should get away from this cabin.
Meanwhile, in the diner, the lights come back on. Emergency lights, it seems. Just a dim white light illuminates the main room. There's a wet sound, as if something gets knocked over and spilled.
Not the milkshake,
Can't waste good milkshake.
right? That costs probably about $10. Fucking hell.
My little pocket knife's come back out, and I'm stabbing at whatever I feel comes near me, whatever it might be.
Oh, fucking hell.
There's a brief flash of light and a scream, and then the lights go out again. It's in here. It's black. You can hear the rain on the roof running down the windows. What do you do if you're in the diner?
Is there any light anywhere?
There was a brief illumination as if emergency light to come on, but that's gone out completely now. The only light you've really got is coming in through the main front windows. And that's just a dim light from outside.
The windows, then. I'm going to try and move over to the windows.
Alright. You move to the windows. You're lashing out with your penknife and anything that comes near you on your bar stool.
Yeah, if I feel anything's close to me or anything touches me, swinging wildly
Okay.
with a penknife.
The white light comes back on for a second, illuminating the room. I would like Rupert to make a sanity check, please.
Ooh.
No.
Oh, no.
Lose 7 points of sanity.
Okay.
You look over the one booth that had the couple on that were quietly minding their own business. You can see the woman who was sat there is now rocked back in her seat, eyes completely gone, face drawn, just like Jimmy in the woods, while this silvery substance pours over her companion. He's reaching out with one hand towards her as it crawls into his mouth, and you see his eyes sinking back as this happens.
What would you say? It's so hard to answer. Another milkshake, please.
Yeah. Check, please.
I guess I would try and dive behind the bar area and hide.
Okay, you
Up
roll.
on the stool one eye, so I try and get over the top and.
You roll over the bar and get down behind it. You hear coming from that booth. George will hear it as well. Coming from inside the diner.
Was that the same sound that what's his name made? Dwayne made.
No, not quite the same.
It was the phone made that sound, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah. I'm moving away from that sound, hopefully towards the window.
All right. The girl who you rescued from the woods, she pads across the floor rapidly and runs out into the rain. Back out in the street. What are the rest of you guys doing? And of course, Tracy is outside as well.
There she is.
Let's go back to town.
Yeah. Let's get everyone and get in the car, the minibus, and. Is there literally no way past this blooming tanker that's in our way? Can we not go off road slightly? And get around it?
You're certainly welcome to try.
It's worth it. I think we get in the minibus and then.
I'm going to make my way towards the minibus.
Is it closer to the town we went out for the night or the town that we live in?
It's closer, you think, to the town that you went out for the night in.
Okay, let's go back.
Well, there's a tree blocking the road.
Oh, shit.
If I
She
see
was not
them moving
afraid of
towards the minibus,
It's-
I'm going to go
Mrs.
towards
Harris.
Oh, that was me. And she says a prayer.
Oh my goodness!
She almost went into Father Hal for a second. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Where's my sausage?
Well,
nuggets now.
And I'm assuming, as I look back to the diner, it's in pitch darkness, yeah?
There's a flash of light inside, like a camera flash going off, and then it goes back into darkness.
I'm doing Father Hal again. We need to get in the minibus.
We need to get George because he has the keys.
Okay, I'll go get him.
Okay. Well, me and Tracy will go to the mini. Tracy, let's go to the minibus.
Coming.
You know your camera's off, Dave.
Yeah, it's off because I'm having serious trouble hearing you already.
Okay,
I'm
that's all
hoping
right.
it'll improve the sound, but it's not helping a great deal.
It's a perfectly good reason to have your camera off. Also, if you were having Naked Tuesday, keep your camera off. All right. So, Rupert's hiding behind the bar.
Nothing to see here.
It could have been worse, I suppose. It could have been worse.
Could have been upside down, couldn't it?
Rupert's hiding behind the bar. George, were you making your way outside again, or just to the window?
I'm going to the window and then seeing them going towards the bus. I'm going towards the bus.
All right. So you come
I'll
outside.
follow. I think it's Lisa, isn't it? Who's going towards the bus?
With Tracy, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Just dawned on me you're recording this, aren't you?
Yep.
Blank it out. It'll
I
never
could
It'll
be
be just like a blur. A blur would be better
Well,
because people won't know, really.
Dub that bit
I
out, yeah?
didn't.
I can blur that bit out.
You could impose a giant penis.
Okay. So outside.
I'm running back to the diner.
Okay. Brief flashes of light towards the back of the diner. You see a silhouette of someone with a hand up in darkness again.
As I get there, when I get there, I'm going to say, everybody out!
That's definitely Father Hal then.
Everybody out!
Everybody out.
Okay.
Take your cock in your hand and walk this way.
But don't forget to get the food, alright?
So everybody but Rupert. Rupert? Yes, Rupert. Is out. Can be outside the front of the diner. I think Tracy was already there. George was on the verge. What do you want to do?
Is that George or Rupert? Sorry.
All of you. Rupert is hiding behind the table at the moment, unless he says he's doing anything else. So the rest of you.
I'm making my way to the minibus.
Okay.
With keys in hand, striding purposefully.
All right. So you pile aboard the bus.
Yep.
All right.
Oh shit! What about the girl?
Fuck the girl!
George.
Listen, we've got to somehow explain to our boss how his son's been eaten by some light-pulsing shite, and you're worried about the bloody girl? Get on the bus. We're getting out of here.
The amount of paperwork I'm going to have to fill out for all this.
I'll tell you what, Lisa, I don't want to be in the HR department when you have to explain the death of Mr. Hauser. Good luck.
Yes, quite.
All right. Inside the diner, you're behind the counter, Rupert. It's dark. You see these brief flashes of light, and then there's a glow. It looks like the light is coming back on. It's a dim glow at first, and it gets brighter and brighter. You see all of the backing for behind the bar illuminate, and then closer to you, it looks like something's been knocked over on the counter, and a liquid starts dribbling over the counter and splattering on the floor.
Can I try and scramble away from it?
You certainly can. Make a dex check or dodge roll, please.
Dodge? That's a skill I have?
Yep.
I don't have many skills. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's in the combat section. Okay.
That's not good. Not what you roll.
Hey.
That is just a pass.
All right. This liquid, like a milkshake or something, drops onto the floor. You look round it and it's glistening, silvery in texture. It suddenly shoots. A pseudopod of it slaps onto the bar to the side of you. You skitter back on all fours trying to get away from it, penknife in hand. It glows itself as it's trying to move towards you. It was dark at first, but then as it extends, a light comes from it. What do you want to do?
Am I too panicked to have any idea what this is?
You can make a sanity check. Let's find out.
A sandy or an occult?
I want a sanity check first, and then we can have
Yeah,
a call.
because I'm shitting myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
not that much.
All
though.
right, now you make an occult check.
That's a pass.
What kind of freaky little bloody thing were you in this thing?
All right. Just last weekend, while we were down in the mother's basement, you were playing Strategic Simulations Incorporated edition of The Curse of the Azure Bonds. Now, in that, you were clearing out the ruins of Flan when you were dealing with a blackened creature that acted very much like this. True, that was a black pudding, ridiculous name for such a creature, but it did remind you of when you were looking in a book about old myths and heard of such creatures like this being used by witches during the witch trials. When they had caught witches summoning this devil, they tried to lock them away in some sort of casket or box, which they sealed with wax. But once the witch finders had dealt with them all, the witch trials ended, and that was the end of it. But this silvery-like substance was supposed to be some reflection of the devil trying to get it into the bodies of these women who had fallen.
Okay.
But in the meantime, it's slavering across the floor trying to eat you.
Yeah, there's that. Having that sort of moment of strange inspiration, I guess. Can I try and run and find the exit in the darkness?
I'll take a dexterity check.
Nice.
What dexterity? That's a hard success.
Okay, you stand up and vault back over the counter just as a bunch of glasses get knocked over as another pseudopod rakes them all off onto the floor. Glass breaks all behind the bar. You fall hard onto the floor on the other side.
I'm just running for the door.
Okay. Run for the door.
I believe the door to be in the darkness, I guess.
You can see it illuminated outside. So you run for the door and you hear behind you the sound and a splatter of water as it moves. Okay, the door flies
Keep
open.
running.
Rupert comes out, sweat pouring all over him, in the cab of the van, or the minibus. George.
Do I see Rupert running out? Sorry.
Make a spot hidden roll.
I'm out there by the door as well.
You can make a spot hidden roll.
What by? I was out by the door of the diner.
Okay, so, yeah.
I shouted, "Everybody out!" And I was waiting for Rupert and the girl.
George, no, he's dead.
He's dead. I'm starting the minibus.
Drive auto roll, please,
Yeah.
George.
Don't cock up now.
Oh!
There it is.
I'm going to use 1 point of luck to make that a pass.
Okay,
Wow.
the engine comes to life. The lights all illuminate back inside the minibus. Rupert, you come flying out the door. The door bangs hard as you step outside into the rain again. The light has illuminated the inside of the diner and then goes black inside. What's everybody doing?
I'm on the
I'm just
minibus.
going to be shouting,
Running towards the
run,
minibus.
run, and running for the bus.
Yeah, chasing after
Mrs.
Rupert.
Harris!
All right. If is that everybody's plan to pile on the bus? Are they?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody gets on the bus. The diner is in complete darkness now. You see the strip lights starting to come back on one by one. Ting, 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 ting.
George, what are we still doing here? Put your foot down.
Drive.
Reverse.
Well, try and find a way around the tanker.
I'm going back.
Do the reverse light
the
off.
way we came.
There's a tree in the way. We can't.
I don't care, but it's we don't know where that other road leads. We're going back to that main highway.
But we can't get to the highway. There's a tree in the way.
One problem at a time.
George.
Heading back the way we came.
Okay, George turns the minibus around and drives back down the road towards where that fallen tree was. The lights of the diner, now fully illuminated, disappear behind you, and then the rear track is just illuminated by the red light behind the minibus as it drives away. Rain splatters off the windscreen. The windscreen wipers squeak backwards and forwards. Soon the tree comes into view in the headlights.
The roads here, is there like a steep bank either side? Or what's either side of this road?
It just drops down into the trees itself.
How big's the tree?
The tree, it's easily big enough to go all the way across the road and a good distance off the side of it. Certainly on the top side, you could not drive the vehicle around it.
Does it look movable?
Did we push it?
No.
Go through it.
I'm going to pull up to the tree gently,
Okay.
then basically nudge, so not hitting it at speed, just nudging up the tree and try and move it with the van.
Make a drive auto roll.
That might even be a hard pass. Where's my PDF gone? That is a hard pass.
You pull the vehicle up to it and push into it. The minibus, in vain, pushes against this tree trunk.
What's in that toolkit you got, Mrs. Harris?
There's a
Was it
flash.
Lisa?
The woods all illuminate again as the lightning.
It was Wade who went out for the toolkit.
I don't think the toolkit's still in the minibus, is it? It might be, actually. I don't know if he took it with him.
Yeah, went out and got like a tire.
I
thing and
am
put in.
going to search the minibus for the toolkit. Inside, I'm not going out.
Dwayne, what did you do with the toolkit?
Don't be a bastard, Wayne.
I would have left it on the minibus. I wouldn't have taken that off. I would have taken the tyre iron off though as a weapon.
Okay, so you took the tire iron, you left the toolkit's there. Not as we suspected. I took the toolkit, I took the tire iron, I took the spare tyre. I took the magazine, the Altoids.
There you go.
Definitely took the
Milkshake, please. I'm gonna open the toolkit then. I'm not expecting to find anything. It's gonna be like spanners and.
There's a couple of spanners, a couple of screwdrivers.
Yeah.
We need to go the other way, George.
Well, we should have gone that way in the first. Why wouldn't you listen to me, George?
Listen,
You
George.
never listen to the women, George.
Man.
As my mum always said to me, reach for the moon, George. If you miss it, at least you'll be among the stars.
What the hell does that mean, George?
I don't know.
What are you saying all night?
They
Now
normally
we've
work when I sell the windows.
Yes, well, they are idiots.
I'll tell you
We're
what
not.
it means. It means his mother didn't know anything about astronomy.
Yeah.
Now, how are
You're
we going
reaching
to
for
turn
the moon
around?
and you miss it, you know, anywhere near the stars.
Is there room for a turning circle? I mean, you said there were two. Is wide enough for two vehicles.
You
right?
could, you
Just.
could turn it round on here. Yeah.
George, turn us round
Turn
and
it
head
round.
back.
Turn it round badly in a flustered way.
Oh, drive auto for this then, please.
We're going off the road.
Oh, we're gonna get
I'm going to need at least a hard success.
Oh no, that's not a hard success. That's
Well,
just a regular
make it a
success.
hard success, boy.
This is.
I haven't got enough luck for that. I rolled 15. Remember, I've used 1 point. I've got 14 left.
It's Milo to help
I
him.
forgot about that.
Harris,
So you start turning the minibus round, and then there's a clunk, and the back of it drops.
Oh,
Oh,
Mrs. Harris is going to mutter, if you want to soar like an eagle, don't swim with the ducks. And then I will say a prayer to God.
and blow your own head off. Yeah.
what have
I
you
do
done,
still
George?
I still do have the shotgun.
Is it stuck? Yeah, I'm gonna kind of try to floor the minibus to pull away from the tree.
Oh my god.
It does not move. It just lurches violently.
We're stuck.
Uh-huh. Yep. I know.
I'm gonna get up and inspect how we're stuck.
All right. It looks like the back end of the minibus has come off the road and then dropped. The side of the road's dropped down enough that the back floor plate is down on the ground and the back wheels are just loose, hanging over the a dip.
That's it.
I need you all out. We need to push the van off the road.
Well, surely someone needs to be in the driver's seat to make sure the van moves forward when you do push.
I'm not
Certainly
particularly.
not you,
Drive.
I'll
Tracy.
get in the driver's seat.
Driving?
I'll get in the driver's seat and you push.
No, Tracy.
Please, no.
Come on, Rupert. We gotta push.
Alright.
Right, I'm going to get out.
How far
I will
up?
Get in the driver's seat.
I will get
How far
off.
up are the?
I'll adjust the seat. Adjust the
How
mirror.
far up are the wheels from the
Put your seatbelt on.
floor?
The back wheels are 6 inches off the ground.
Oh god.
Can we
You could-
find
so
any
it-
large?
What it looks like has happened is you
Right.
reversed off and the back wheels have gone over a fallen log that was parallel with the road and then just dropped off the back of that, and now that log is the base which is supporting the axle and the wheels are hanging loose.
Are there any large branches we can stuff under the wheels?
Oh, there's large
Like
branches,
ridge under
yeah.
the wheels.
excuse me, Mrs. Harris. Have you had any experience with guns?
No.
Oh, well, I've had experience with smaller weapons, just not this thing.
Is there even any? Is there even any ammunition in that?
In the shotgun?
Yes.
I think there's one in. Yeah, there was one in, right?
There's a single round in the shotgun.
There's a single round.
Look,
Yes.
I don't think that this gun is going to do anything against what we saw back there, Lisa. So I think the best option is to try and push this van back into the road.
You're right. You're right. And I'll take the shell out, and then head onto the bus. Put it down like under a seat somewhere, shell separate, and come back out.
Of course you will.
Gun safety, people. Gun safety. You don't put a loaded weapon, just on the side. And as she has handgun training, she knows that. I don't know why she has handgun training. Probably because she's 35, single, and with 7 cats. So it's probably why she has it. But
yeah, she's beaten off a few eligible men with those, hasn't she?
Yeah. Are you not a cat person?
Maybe change the word beaten off, eh? Yeah, gonna try and stick some of these branches up underneath to hopefully get purchase of the wheel so we can pull forward.
Are you all out doing that, all trying to put the...
I'm not pushing, I'm just off the bus watching.
Okay, so
I will try and help, help put stuff underneath the wheel in order to get back to it.
Don't let Tracy start that bloody vehicle. She's not fit to drive.
She seems fairly confident.
Confidence has nothing to do with it. Come on, Lisa.
Is there anything that Tracy is not confident in?
Yeah, I suppose that's a good point. Tracy,
No.
don't start the engine yet.
No, don't worry, I'm just in mirror.
So Tracy's staying inside the vehicle. Everybody else is either outside observing or trying to put branches underneath to support the back of the... Okay. You're all out there. The rain is pouring hard onto you, soaking your clothes through. Although you've all been soaked to a degree this evening. There's another flash of lightning. The trees illuminate. You start pulling branches out and forcing them under there, trying to get enough support. Another flash of lightning. The trees illuminate. All the lights go out in the bus.
I'm looking around, the road and the trees and everything to see if I see anything.
Okay. The lights flicker back on in the bus, just a momentary outage, and then the light from inside the bus sort of illuminates the area around it again.
Working hard.
Maybe you should speed it up.
You could help, Lisa.
I'm watching. Keeping an eye out for any, what was that stuff you said was? What does this mean?
That's me moving branches, Lisa, which you should do too.
Okay.
So Tracy in the driver's seat, the lights all went out for the moment, and it was like the engine... have we stopped the vehicle? Have we turned the engine off?
Yeah, the engine's off.
The engine's off.
Yeah.
So the interior lights all went off and then all flicker back on again. You're sat in there, check the mirror like you say. What else are you doing? You're just sitting and waiting?
No, I'm going to, when everyone's out there, I'm going to start the engine up.
Oh, shit.
You turn the engine over. It... does not
18-year-old girl, I'm going to do that again.
Right, constantly.
Okay. You turn again. There's a sudden blast as all of the air vents turn on and start blowing warm air at you. The central one on the console stops, though. That stops blowing air.
Oh, I'll reach down. Is there a lever to open the side door?
There is, yeah. You pull the lever, and as you pull the lever, a string of this silvery fluid comes out of the air vent towards you.
Oh! Straight in the mouth.
All right, that's
It's
going
not
to
the
hit
first
you.
thing straight in the mouth.
Now we find out the
Almighty
truth about Tracy, yeah.
7 points of damage.
Spit or swallow?
Yes, that's the question.
It comes out and
Can I attempt to beat it off with my hands?
it slaps you on the face and sticks, burning you like ice. Make an unarmed attack.
Oh, wow.
An armed attack against goo.
Oh, yes!
Go.
All right, you slap out with your hands and you pull it, get hold of it and pull it, and it gets sucked away from your face. But as you do that, it's all intertwined with your fingers.
So, would this come under fighting brawl?
Yeah,
Fucking hell. Okay, that's an extreme success.
she's seen some stuff as this girl.
Tracy's always brawling.
Jesus Christ.
So
what am
you
I-
pull it away from your face, but it's wrapped around your fingers, but it's off your face. It was trying to crawl towards your mouth.
Use my nails. On a potent weapon.
Give me some damage, please, for an unarmed attack.
Is that just standard damage, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, D3.
It's not like a crit or anything, is it?
It's a D3 and any damage bonus you get if your build and strength warrants it.
Yeah. I've got the strength of an 18-year-old girl.
Some of them are pretty strong.
Right. Yeah. 1 point.
Okay. You try and rake your kestrel-like fingernails down the silvery stuff. As you do it, it separates, but then just moves between your fingers like Noel Edmonds' gunk tank, but far more horrific. It's going to, as it starts seeping through the air vent, 3 more of these tendrils lash out at you.
Can I attempt to dodge them like
You certainly
like Miss
can.
Bowser Senior's hand?
Go on then. Give me dodge.
I don't know what my dodge is, so I'll just roll that and see what happens.
Dodge is half your dexterity.
Oh, shit. I'll use my luck. What did I roll?
36.
36. Now, can I use 4 points of luck, please? Make that a standard dodge.
Standard dodge.
Hello, potato.
Okay. The first 2 tendrils come out towards you, narrowly missing you. They probably would have hit you, but but the third one, the extreme success one, smashes straight into your chest for an additional 8 points of damage.
Oh,
Ow.
I'll collapse unconscious in the seat.
Okay.
I've got the
As you collapse-
seatbelt on, so I don't fall out.
As you
Safety first.
collapse unconscious, this thing holds onto you, holding you up. The silvery kind of liquid starts to get into the pores of the skin, pulling it apart, and then moving its way in through your exposed chest, through your rib cage. Meanwhile, on the outside, of the vehicle. The lights are on in the minibus, shining to the outside. You're all pushing sticks underneath, and it sounds like she's tried to start the vehicle and can't get it to turn over.
George, Tracy can't seem to start the vehicle. I don't know what she's done.
I told her not to start that damn vehicle and she don't listen.
Well, you try talking to a teenage girl to pay attention and follow instructions.
I prefer a bit of maturity, Lisa.
I don't normally have a problem turning things on, I'll have you know.
Can I make some sort of check to see if I can work out if it's going to be even possible to get the bus back on the road? Like, based on...
Make an intelligence check.
Yeah.
God damn.
That will be an extreme success.
You think if you could get some substantial leverage under here, you might be able to support it enough to move forward, but everybody's moving in quite light branches, and you're not sure that it's enough resistance against the tyres to actually help you go forward.
I think we need to just run or walk away from this.
Really, Rupert?
If the minibus is dead, maybe we should walk.
Maybe you're right. Well, George, are you sure you don't want to check the minibus to try and get it started?
I can try pulling off. I'll open up the door.
Okay.
Oh, well, I think the door's open. I'll walk in the door.
It's not locked at all. Yeah.
As you
Yeah.
you walk up to the door and you see Tracy's body, flesh stripped away from the chest, one breast hanging loose with the fabric ripped away where her clothing used to be. There are strands of this silverish stuff coming out, hanging loose, dropping mercury-like substance around, brightly illuminating the cab.
Hang on, let me see if I can recreate that. Hold on.
As you see it, one of these tendrils flies out towards you, George. It's going to hit you.
I will try to dodge.
Go for a dodge.
I will try and dodge. What it's worth. What's dodge again?
Half your...
Not that.
It's half your dexterity. Unless you put points into dodge.
It's not that. It's not 99.
7 points of damage.
Ouch.
As one of these bright tendrils out towards you grabs hold of your face and neck and starts seeping towards your mouth. Anyone else who was looking towards George as he goes up to the thing will see this thing shoot out and grab hold of his face.
And Lisa's going to grab hold of one arm of George and just kind of like pull him away from the bus as quick as possible. Just like get him away from the bus, and at the same time she's going to push the button to close the door. So
make a strength check, followed by a dexterity check.
God, strength. Oh, that's a success.
Okay.
That is a hard success for me.
Okay.
And dex. Oh, that's an extreme
look at that! In one deft move, you put your arm around George's waist and pull your weight backwards while lashing out with one foot at the button on the door. The door shuts, severing the silver fluid, which drops to the floor. There's a thunk from the door as this silvery substance bangs against it and then starts slowly seeping through the gap between the doors, dripping onto the floor.
Time to run! Time to run!
Yeah, a
Yeah,
puff of my inhaler.
Running.
Running.
Definitely running.
Okay.
Over the log.
In that sort of way where you're nearly falling over, but
Yeah.
but not quite.
Yeah, over the log.
Just sort of like leaning pretty
100%.
far forward.
It's not long before the lights coming from the vehicle disappear behind you, and you find yourselves in the deep, dark woods, just on a length of small road. What illumination have you got with you guys?
Nothing.
Shit, don't think any of us took the torch.
Brief flash in the sky. A glow from behind you on the road where the vehicle was, presumably of the light still in the van.
Away from that.
Yeah, just follow the road.
Yeah,
follow
keep
concrete.
that at our backs. Walk
Follow-
away.
Follow tarmac.
Yeah, as long as I'm on tarmac, just keep running.
Yeah.
You move and move. The rain pelting you. You're cold, wet, dishevelled by the time you get all the way back to the motel. The lights are all on, illuminating the road.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Head into the hotel motel.
All right, carnage in here.
Oh, for God's sake.
Everybody's dead. Drained out, ripped to pieces, skin ripped from their bodies, or the eyeballs removed in much in the same fashion as Jimmy.
Are there any vehicles in the car park?
There is a single, well, there's the truck, there is a single car out the front.
Does
Can
anyone
we
know?
try and search?
I don't want to touch
Let's
them.
just keep walking.
I don't want to touch them.
Any keys? Any keys behind the motel to the left with the motel?
To where in the
I'm going behind the motel sort of reception desk.
Okay.
Just looking to see if it's got like drawers or anything with car keys or vehicle keys in them.
Nope.
Nope.
No, you look behind the counter, nothing to show keys. There's a small back room behind the counter, and then there's another doorway that leads out the back. That door is ajar. Rain.
Do we
I've
know?
I've seen them in the movies. Hotwire a car. Anybody know how to hotwire a car?
No, I work in HR.
I'm going to ineffectually pull the guts of the steering column out
Oh god.
in the attempt to hotwire a car, not having a clue how to do it.
George, you're going to electrocute yourself. Please don't.
Make a mechanical repair check, please. Oh,
Yes.
mechanical or maybe electrical repair, I think, in this case. You're using the electrics of a car, aren't you?
Dude, if you crit now.
I'm going to need an extreme success.
This would be funny.
No.
No!
Okay. You pull out the underneath and pull several of the wires out. Ripping them apart and trying to twist them together, you just make a mess. You
Can I?
Is
Can I
that gonna
try?
work?
you step back
you
from the
know
vehicle, secure in the knowledge that you've disabled the remaining vehicle.
Oh, Rupert.
But there was a truck. Rupert, what about the truck? Could you do the lorry?
I can try.
I mean, it can't be any worse than that.
I'll
It's just
give
like
it a
spaghetti
try.
in there.
I'll give it a try on the truck.
Okay. The truck will come to life, but try as you might, you can't move it. It's all down on one side, and looking round the side of the vehicle, you can see all the tyres are blown out on the passenger side.
I can't take this anymore. It's getting too much.
Let's keep walking.
A flash of light illuminates the woods all around the diner.
Wait, are we at the diner? I thought we went back towards
No,
the
we went-
log,
Yeah, we went back over the logs. Back.
Oh, that direction.
towards
Yeah.
the highway and back that way. I thought we went
yeah.
that way.
Yeah. Well, I totally misunderstood you. In that case,
I mean, there could have been a motel back that way,
Could have been, yeah.
and that happened.
in that case, you will walk, and the light disappears behind you, and eventually, lights appear ahead as you step out onto the highway.
Oh,
Just start trying to flag down any cars that happen
Yeah.
to pass by.
I go on the hard shoulder and kind of wave any.
It's not
cars
too
that
long
pass.
before a car comes by. The driver looks somewhat surprised to see you and the state you're all in, soaking wet. Poor George there with burns all over his face. Well, what happened to you folks?
We need to go to a police station.
It's like a death bowl down there.
You see the guy sort of push down the the lock button on his door and wind the window up a fraction, so he's only talking, the rain's just coming in. What seems to be the problem?
There's a lot of folks dead that way. We need to get to the police.
Oh,
Why? Why say that? Say that.
as you stand on the highway, arguing with the man about being able to get to the police station, and lightning flashes all around you, we will close the scene on this evening.
I've survived the Cthulhu session! I'm normally the first to die! Well done, Ross. Thank you for taking that.
For those of you eliminated early, Ross, sorry.
It's alright. It's awesome.
Okay, so
Died in style. I got killed by another one of my people. Again.
It's a weird mentality, isn't it? 'Cause in Cthulhu, it's kind of like a badge of honor to die. It's just a weird thing. Whereas D&D, you kind of mourn that your character's no longer there.
I don't think I've ever died on a Cthulhu session.
That sounds like a challenge
Right,
game.
challenge sex.
oh, really?
I just realised I don't think I have. I always seem to be right before death when you call it.
No, I'm pretty sure you died with that alien one with the station.
No, the alien.
The one on the station.
Oh yeah, we all died.
Yeah,
We all
died.
died there, yeah.
Yeah,
So
we
there
all
you
died.
go. Challenge complete.
Yeah.
So, in summary, what was going on tonight? There are a number of ways to find out what was going on, but all the people who could tell you got killed. The poor girl you saw run out into the road was Emily Webb, who lived up in a house just through the woods with her grandfather. The poor girl was shy, but her grandfather was quite wealthy, a collector of sorts of books and whatnot. She lived with her grandfather for quite some time and travelled up and down this distance. Now, at the diner area, the woman who worked behind the counter, her name was Mary. Mary was getting pissed off about this family. That girl, why does she have all this money? Why don't I have the money? She arranged for her boyfriend to go up and rob the place. So her boyfriend takes one of his friends, goes up and attempts to turn the old man over. A fight ensues after they break in, and they knock over a box that the man keeps on a mantelpiece, breaking the wax seal on it and letting out this thing that he had within. It made short work of the two guys and the grandfather, but the girl, turned half insane by seeing what she did, ran out into the woods. She fled through the woods, getting scratched up and turned to a mess before she nearly gets hit by your vehicle. You make your way over to the diner. The girl behind the counter is shocked to see Emily come in, knowing that she sent her boyfriend up there to deal with him. And also, he's way overdue. He should be back by now. Something's gone wrong. Unfortunately, at this point, someone talks her into going out back to get some alcohol, where she's quickly eliminated by the creature at the back, as she was out the back by her own car. Keys in ignition and all that. So she couldn't reveal anything, and then Ross, in full Dramos mode, decides to explore on his own, and I had no choice but to take him out. If you'd have been so your two choices at this point really were perhaps trying to find out what was going on, which would lead you back up to the house where you could potentially seal the creature back in the box, or just flee from the situation, and fleeing was the route you went. So not a failure in my book, except for two of you.
Hey, that's really good for Cthulhu. To get one person to survive is really good.
Yeah.
I think we all pretty much played it without using out of character knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, we did tonight as a bit of fun, making it into a double glazing company just so we could have a laugh with the characters more than, hardcore trying to succeed.
Yeah.
The other time I played it, the player group systematically disabled every vehicle they found.
Why?
They put their own car into a ditch immediately on the road after they swerved to hit the girl. They walked to the motel. They tried to hotwire the car at the front, the same as you do, disabled that. Went to try and hotwire the car at the back, disabled that one. Couldn't get the truck moving.
Isn't the great thing? Yeah, I love this. This is obviously in George's coat. You'll find keys, his wallet, business cards, brute aftershave, company credit cards, and 3 small fit condoms.
Yeah, if there's anything you want to say about what your characters' backgrounds are now for humour.
Yeah, I want to hear everyone's bio. I really want to hear
I think
everyone's
we
bio.
should read him because I think it's funny how everyone played it, knowing what they said.
I'll read the full one then. Travelling
go on.
salesman. George Green is the best goddamn double glazing salesman there has ever been, and he doesn't earn enough for it. He's been working for Cole and Hauser right from the beginning, and is pissed off that Mr. Hauser still refuses to name the company Hauser and Green, now that Mr. Cole is no longer in the picture. The only consolation is the little bit of a bonus he secured off the books. Everyone thinks that Elizabeth's bookkeeping is perfect, but not even she's immune to a little sweet talking and a few baked goods. And then he's in what he's got on his items.
So I'll do Elizabeth or Mrs. Harris. Mrs. Harris is called just that to everyone but George Green, to whom she is Elizabeth. Mrs. Harris doesn't let a dime go by without her knowing about it. Every expense must be authorised by her, and she can't help but notice people's personal spending. Mrs. Harris does not drink, and she most certainly does not approve of this company outing. A terrible waste of company money. If you go through her purse, you'll find leather gloves, a pen, a notepad, perfume, and a handgun, because one can never be too careful.
I love that. That sounds like a murderer's kit right there. Leather gloves.
John's next on my screen if you want to do it that way.
Go on, John.
Alright. Okay, so Rupert is attending the company party out of obligation. He'd much prefer to stay at home and play his role-playing games. On last year's company outing, the minibus actually left without him. He had to pay $100 on a taxi to get home.
Oh.
I think I've done something like that. At work, Rupert keeps his head down and gets work done without much notice from anyone. However, when he stumbled upon the boss banging the secretary, I'm guessing these are Harriet's words, banging the secretary Tracy, Rupert saw an opportunity. It wasn't hard to wait around after dark and sneak a few photos. All he has to do now is work out how much money to blackmail Mr. Hauser for.
Hell yeah.
On his possessions, Rupert has his wallet, a key, a D20, a Hershey's bar, his rash cream, an inhaler, and a pocket knife.
Fucking rash cream.
There was a moment when
All that spoke to me on a personal level. I'm like, this is just me.
When Darren said that the minibus he was going to start the minibus and start driving, and I thought, oh no, Rupert's going to get left behind again.
Oh, yeah.
Dave's next in my screenshot. If you want to go next, Dave, you're on mute. You're on mute. Mute.
Oh, words I never want to hear again.
Tracy is 18 and drop dead gorgeous. She's been working at Chill Stop Glazing for 11 months and has been having an affair with the boss for 10. Tracy knows how to operate all 9 numbers on the telephone with her nicely painted red nails. Can I point out there's actually 10 numbers on a telephone. There's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, anyway.
Well, yeah, you know that. Does Tracy?
Tonight, Tracy plans on enjoying herself without paying for a single drink, just as she enjoys a life entirely funded by Mr. Hauser, Senior. In Tracy's purse, you'll find cigarettes, nail varnish, nail file, a strawberry lollipop, perfume, and gum.
Useful.
Nice. All useful stuff.
Ross, you're next.
So, training manager Dwayne Hauser is the boss's son, a 25-year-old bachelor. He only started working at the company last year when his father insisted he started to earn his keep. At work, Dwayne spends most of his time chatting with Tracy or sitting on the toilet.
What?
Dwayne has been waiting for tonight for a long time. He can't wait to get Tracy totally smashed and bang her.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Tracy totally smashed and what?
Banger.
In his pockets, you'll
I
find...
work in. It's a...
Pardon me, son. In his pockets, you'll find a wallet stashed with cash, the keys to his brand new car, cigarettes, monogrammed lighter, and a small packet of cocaine.
Yeah. That didn't last very long. That was like instantaneously used.
And last but not least, Tom.
Lisa is an attentive HR manager who goes above and beyond in her job to ensure the workplace is totally PC and everyone is treated fairly, especially
Don't they
women.
all?
In Lisa's personal life, she spends most of her time looking after her 7 beautiful cats: Percival, Twinkle, Merlin, Tinkerbell, Snowdrop, Buttons, and Mrs. Harris. With a glass of wine, life is just perfect for Lisa, although it could be made better if George would finally pick her up on her hints to take her on a date. If you go through her purse, you'll find cat treats, lipstick, tissues, her keys, and photos of of each of her cats and her trusty rape alarm.
Oh, she was a real rape alarm, not a picture of the rape alarm.
Yeah, So that was Lisa.
I'm trying to imagine, like, is it like the passport photos of the cats? So you got kind of like went to a photo
Like-
booth and put the cats in?
Yeah, they're
I
all
like
up.
to think, I like to think it's like, you open them up and they just go
Yeah, that's the
down
other
like
way.
that. Yeah.